I should take a picture for the Instagram because I didn't remind anyone because I was working.
Yeah, I was like, is that actually happening today? Because there was no post about it. I was like, or am I just like making things up?
No, it was because I posted about it a few days ago, and then like I don't know, I just forgot to like post about it this morning. Well, I went into work like I got up early and getting myself ready and the kid ready, and then dropping her off at daycare. It's like super early.
Right.
I'm like
rushing. If you want any of us to like take over any posting, like if you want to be like, hey, Amy, like it doesn't all have to be on you. 7 of us, like.
Yeah, even hosting too. If you want us to take turns hosting,
like
for the discussions.
Yeah. No, I'm totally down for that. I don't know. I'm a mess. Oh, hello. Kim's already here. Reading The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware.
Oh.
That's my favorite Ruth Ware.
I like that one a lot. I think it was my favorite Ruth Ware that I've read so far. I haven't read all of her books yet, but I've read most of them. And that one was also my favorite. She read A Lesson of Vengeance already, gave it 3 stars. I haven't picked mine up yet. So.
I'm like halfway through, I think, ish. Yeah. Yeah, I did not like The Turn of the Key anyways. I think my mom shipped it, Amy, the book, A Lesson in Vengeance, because I thought that she shipped it, and that's when I told you, and then I asked her how much it cost, and she was like, oh, it was busy at work, and I forgot to ship it. I'll ship it tomorrow. But then she never said if she did.
Oh, it's fine. It's not, I mean, it's halfway through the month. When's the live show?
The 30th. So still 2 weeks away. Yeah.
2 or 3 days to read it, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty short, isn't it?
I think
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm liking it, though.
Nice.
That's not what I'm going to be reading, though.
No?
No, because it's on audio. So there's actually this book. This book came out yesterday, and we were supposed to review on review day or by the end of the week. And because of, I've been reading it since like the end of last month, but because it's an arc, I have to like sit down and read it, and I haven't had the time, so I'm like 30% done. So
yeah,
that's what I'm reading, and I'm gonna edit my essay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what is the book you're reading?
It's called Burden of Poof. It's a cozy mystery.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Should we all talk about what we're reading?
Yeah, sure. Carol, you go ahead. I'm sorry I'm posting on the...
I'm going to read Empire of the Vampire.
Ooh, I have an arc of that one, too.
What? I totally forgot about that one coming out until, like, you and Crystal posted about it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I want to read this so bad. And then immediately, like, made sure to add it on my wish list. Because it sounds so good.
It's beautiful. It's almost 800 pages. Yeah. Yeah, it's massive. I was kind of wanting... I was like, I should have gotten the ebook because I can only read a physical book, like, if my son's, like, not around, really.
Yeah.
So it's going to take me forever, but there's pictures in it, like illustrations. So I don't know if they're in the ebook or not. But
yeah. To be fair, they approved me for the Arc of Empire of the Vampire at, like, the end of August. They gave me, like, a week and a half. And, like, I can't... My reading this month, trash. But it's fine.
Which is understandable because you're reading for school too.
Yeah.
So
you're adjusting.
I barely read for fun in college.
Yeah, look at what happened to my textbook. That's for me. That's for me. That was like the day. My backpack is waterproof, but the bottom isn't. And it was raining so hard and such a downpour that it was all flowing down onto the bottom of my backpack. So when I looked in, I was like, oh, everything's dry. We're good in here. And then I took it out that night and I was like, oh.
No, we're not good. No.
And it's a rentable one from Amazon. But to be fair, the book is like actually like hella busted. So if they complain about it, I'm gonna be like, your delivery people left it in the rain.
I'd be like, it was already like that when I got it.
Right? Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, and I mean,
You're really on time tonight. We were actually pretty on time. Like, I think we're only 3 minutes after, so that's pretty good for us. Amy, what are you reading?
I'm reading The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon.
Oh, I loved that.
You loved it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I'm really enjoying it. I am like at page 200. I have like 120 pages left, so I think I'll finish it tonight, probably between sprints and then when I read before bed.
Nice.
But I am really liking it. Very creepy. I've only ever read The Winter People by her, which I loved.
Me too.
Then I just hauled The Invited, which I'm planning on reading next month. So, and I was going to pick up The Invited because I was actually like doing okay on my TBR, and I was like, well, until Lesson in Vengeance comes in, I don't like have a physical book I have to read on my TBR. But then I had picked this up at the library, and I was like, well, I should read this first because it's like due back.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Carol, you've read it too?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's really good. That kind of like solidified my love for Jennifer McMahon after that. Like, once I read like The Winter People, I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
But I've heard like so things about The Uninvited, so I was kind of hesitant about reading that.
I've only heard good things. Scott
Oh,
was
really?
The Uninvited, and he read The Winter People with me because we listened to it on audiobook. We were driving to Nashville to see friends one weekend, and we wanted an audiobook that both of us would want. So we listened to half of it on the way down and half of it on the way back together. And then he had already read The Uninvited, and he said of the two, he preferred The Uninvited.
Really?
Which I think The Winter People's great. So
Me
he
too.
said The Uninvited was really spooky and like a ghost story.
Cool. Well, I definitely want to read it now. After reading The Drowning Kind, now I just want to read all of her books.
So her earlier stuff, was it spooky too? The covers don't look like they were.
All I know about is The Night Sister.
Okay. That one.
I don't know any of her other like backlists.
I feel like maybe they were, but like not as much.
And
If
like
that makes
covers are bad, but that's not her fault.
Are they?
Yeah. Those first, like her early ones.
I've read quite a few of hers, but now of course I can't even remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All I can think of is The Night Sister, but I haven't really looked at like too much.
Have you read that one?
Other backlists? No, I've only read The Winter People and The Drowning Kind.
Okay.
But I plan to read.
I've read like 4 or 5 things by her. I've never disliked any of them.
Oh,
They were all good.
So Kim said A Lesson in Vengeance started out as 5 stars for me and then decreased to 4, then a 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, same.
Oh, what?
I think the first like 20 to 30 pages, I was like, holy shit, this is 5 stars. And then it just dropped off a little bit. But
No, I'm really liking it.
yeah,
That's
it's
great.
good. It's still good. I still liked it.
Maybe because sometimes when I listen to stuff when I'm walking around campus, I'm like, do I really like this book, or am I just not paying as much attention?
Or do I just like being told
Right.
But then sometimes the reverse happens where like, I'm like, did I really not like this book, or was I not paying attention?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But it's fine, you know, because sometimes I really do be in my own world. Yesterday I sat and like literally stared at the floor for like 5 minutes, just doing nothing. Like I was just like,
Just disassociated.
yeah. And my roommate came in and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm fine."
I was just
in a moment.
for a minute. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, also, if you guys were wondering, that essay that I'll be editing tonight is my what is it called? My ideological development paper for my political science class.
Ooh.
She said it was good because it's not due till Tuesday, but I literally did it all this past Tuesday. Like I wrote it in like 3 hours, and then the teacher said that if we sent it early, that she would like give us feedback, and like all she said was that I needed to add sources.
Okay.
Nice.
Pretty good
Because
then.
like I don't
How you just write a paper in 3 hours is beyond me, though.
know.
Yeah.
I just did it. But because
I
the
would
thing,
do that, but it would be within the 6 hours it was due.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm not turning it in early unless early's like 5 minutes before it's due.
but the thing is, I want to get an A, so that's why I did that. But it's because it's like your own political ideological development. So I was like, why?
That would be easier. I think.
Yeah, but it said like you have to like talk about how it developed, where you are, and then your opinion on different policies and like different issues related to policy.
That's cool.
So then it said like cite sources when needed, but I'm like, if it's my own opinion, I was like, why would I cite sources? But then she said,
what
cite
sources?
I don't know. We're supposed to have like
You
stuff
need
to like
pull
back ourselves
some
up.
stuff.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just throw some stuff in there and be like,
Maybe stuff that just backs your opinion.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Or even like if you're pro-choice, you talk about like an organization or like an activist or a Roe versus Wade or like shit
like fact, like
get a little factoid, just like one thing from somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would sprinkle about 3 or 4 in there and be done.
Right.
Yeah. And then today I took my first test of the semester and I got a 95.
Nice.
Congratulations, college girl.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
in
I think last live we talked about it over. You said you had a test like this, like today, and I said, "Oh,
Yeah, it was today.
yeah,
It was in my forensic anthropology class.
Yay!
Right.
Yeah, but the ones that I got wrong, I'm like, was I really wrong, or were you just unclear?
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
Was I wrong, or do you not like it?
No, one of them I'm low key mad about, but it's not.
Or like, is this a trick question? Like yeah.
No, I didn't like it. Like one of the questions was like, which of the methods of figuring out how long someone has, like the PMI, the postmortem interval, like how, like which method provides like the closest to the actual time, and the one that was correct was like the insects. But like in class, she was like, if the insects, like once they go through one cycle, you don't know how many cycles they've been through. So like I'm like, does it really? That's why I'm confused. Because like,
well, yeah, because what if your climate doesn't allow for insects?
Period. But then also I think it's like the amount of insects and like which ones are there. But I'm still like, if there's only one type there and they've been through one cycle, you're just going to see the little casings and be like, well, they definitely been through one, but they could have been through like 7. So I'm like,
so it could have been longer. Yeah.
Was I really wrong, or were you just unclear?
Yeah. I need a more specific question here.
Yeah. You start like second guessing yourself and
Yeah, I don't know. That one was kind of whack.
I just checked my Libby app, and a lot like Adios just came up to borrow, so I'm like,
what book is that? I've never heard of that.
Alexis Daria, did you read You Had Me at Ola?
Oh, I have it.
Okay, it's the second one from her. I don't know if it's connected to the first one, but it's just her second one. So I haven't read like an adult contemporary romance in a while, I feel like.
I always say that.
Read mysteries lately.
I always say like, oh, I'm really in the mood for a romance because I haven't read one in a while, and then I'll look at my Goodreads and like I read one like 2 books ago. Like, oh, we did just read one.
It's been a while.
I joined Book Talk and I've been like screen capturing. Wow, I'm so elderly.
Screenshotting?
Yes. Okay. Screenshotting like books. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna. When I cave and get Kindle Unlimited again, I'm gonna read all this raunchy stuff that I usually don't read.
Literally, like all of them are in
Carol's gonna get sexy.
Right.
Like, look, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go big or go home.
I'm kind of having an issue because I really want a Frappuccino.
That's not an issue. I think you go get a Frappuccino.
I can get one with a meal credit, bruh. I don't even have to pay. I just, because we get 10 meal credits a week.
How
and
far
so like
the Frappuccino?
It's like a 5 to 7 minute walk. It's like
Listen
really
to your audio on one of our sprints and go get it.
Yeah.
And it says that there's no wait.
Girl. Should we go ahead and start a sprint? So
Right. Okay, well, first of all, I am reading.
What's Raine reading?
Oh yeah.
I'm reading The Forgotten Island.
Oh,
it
That's
is
an interesting cover.
Right?
424 book pick this month. So I've been reading it on ebook. I'm 103 pages into it, and then my ebook says 310 pages. So
Is it good?
I'm really liking it. I am feeling kind of like how they were saying, how Kim was saying with The Lesson of Vengeance, like it started off really, really strong and it's kind of dwindling down for me, but it's starting like things are starting to happen now. So it could go up from here. It could go down, you know, I'm kind of like in the middle, but it did like the prologue was really, really good. I don't know. Carol, have you read it yet?
Yeah, I'm probably going to DNF it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm taking a break from it to just see. But yeah, the prologue was really strong. I was like, oh, this is crazy. But I think I've decided that the trope of like young college kids going to a foreign country and like not having any money, like I can't, like, I don't know. And they're just doing drugs and having sex and drinking. And I'm like, do you realize you're in a country where you don't speak the language and like you're staying in this really shady hostel, like all this stuff? I'm like, duh. Of course the monster's gonna get you. But it's like, I think I'm.
How far have you gotten?
Only like 25%. That's why I just like took a break, and I'm gonna wait and see if I get a little farther. Like try again.
Because I'm at 35%. It says so. Yeah, like they
being a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you all
I was getting drunk and doing dumb stuff, but I can't read about it now.
I see what you mean too. And then like so many of the characters are really, really hard to like, but I don't know if it's like it's weird. It's like he tries to get you to like them, but not like them. And like it's kind of a weird.
Yeah, like I can't get any little bit of a connection to them. I don't need like a really solid one, but I can't get anything from them. So.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the creepy stuff. I'm going to try to see how that turns out because I've always heard really good things about this book. So
me too.
I'm just like, I don't want to be that person that's like, because I know he also follows me on Instagram and I'm like, I want to be that person that's like, oh, this is trash.
No, and here the worst part is Marcy's already read it and loved it. Yeah. But me, Crystal, and Mandy are like not feeling it. So
okay. So at least I'm not alone in that. I'm definitely going to try my best to finish it. So that I at least give it a fair shot. But yeah. I'm not like disliking it. It's just I'm waiting for something to happen to like give me something. Because that prologue where it was legitimately creepy, like that was really good. So I'm waiting to get to the creepy stuff to see if it like draws me back in, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we could totally sprint. Let's do.
I'm going to be literally sprinting.
Right? Okay, so how long, Deja, do you think it'll take you?
It shouldn't take me that long.
Well, you said 8 minutes.
It's like 7 to 8 minute walk. So like back and forth. Like I could try and make it in like a 20-25.
Let's do 25 for you.
Okay, thank you. I mean, if I come back and y'all are just talking, I'll be like, hey.
Right. Well, just so I don't have to math, let's just start the sprint at 25, okay? Because I don't want to math. So we can still chat for a second, and then I really don't feel like mathing right now.
And classic me, I'm eating on the live because it's 6 o'clock my time. It's 6:23. And I need
That's so early.
To eat dinner?
Your dinner?
I've got to digest all this before
we're on the geriatric meal plan.
Mm-hmm. When I eat at like 6:30, I go to the dining hall, and then by the time I'm about to go to sleep, I'm like, I'm kind of hungry. I kind of want to snack.
I am hungry in the middle of the night, but No.
Okay, but see, the thing is, I need to eat late because I also like don't eat to the afternoon usually because it's just too much energy to go get food. Like I'm like, I have to go walk. I can't.
Yeah. Oh, see, Sylvia said she feels like mostly dudes like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like I saw a lot of really positive reviews for it for the longest time. So I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
even, Crystal said something like that it's very like a summery, like they're in Thailand, it's hot, they're on vacation, and she's kind of like, I'm not feeling that vibe right now. She's like, I'm in the fall creepy mood, not like summer slasher. So
Right. Yeah.
that might be part of it too.
Yeah. I don't know. There are some parts that I'm really liking about it, but I don't know, just
I want y'all to know that Scott is joining our sprints tonight. He's over here eating, but he is going to be doing sprints with us.
What's he gonna read?
He's reading The Lost Village by Camilla Stern.
Ooh.
And he's really Camilla Sten.
Oh.
And he's like almost done, so
nice.
I've seen a lot of people reading that this year.
You're liking it, aren't you?
Yeah. Real.
Raine.
Real weird.
Oh yeah, okay, I've seen that. Oh,
It's 25.
You gotta go get her
Sorry, I was
drink.
looking up the book because I've totally seen that cover.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you can't really see it on here. It's like all white, but yeah. All right, let's start sprinting.
Do it.
Okay. Asia made it.
Literally in
Did
the
you get
nick
your
of time.
Oh,
No,
damn.
Damn.
I've been here for like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I drank like all of this on the way back. And yeah. That's what happened.
I'm glad you got your frappuccino.
I'm really happy about it. That's the third time I've been to that building today.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the student center or whatever.
It's the student union, yeah. Because they have Starbucks in there. I got food from there earlier. We're having a blood drive, and my friend and I made appointments to give blood today at 3:30, and they were like, "Oh, we're trying to honor that, but basically we can't, and there's a 2-hour wait, and today's the last day. So you can wait, or you could take the bus to the other campus that's hella far away that we don't know, and we will get lost and confused if you want to give blood." And I said, no.
Yeah, I don't blame
Because I also am pretty sure my iron's low, so I would get so mad if I had to go all the way over there and they were like, "Oh, you can't give blood because your iron's low." I would be like, I'd be so upset. I was like, no.
How much did you guys get read on that spread?
I literally don't know. I just listened to my audio.
I got to 130, so I read about 27 pages.
I think I got like 15 pages.
What about you, Amy?
I read 20 pages, but I was also eating, so that took precedence.
Good. What about Scott? How many pages did he read?
Percentages did you read, honey? He's reading it on Kindle.
7.
Nice.
7 percentage points.
Yeah. What are you at right now?
85%.
Yeah, 85.
Ooh.
I know the other night he was at 60, and he read a lot last night.
I wish my husband would read.
I know, me too.
Oh, Scott's the same reader.
I love that. My husband is too when it comes to audiobooks, but he does like nonfiction, and he's always doing like business, finance stuff, and like Navy SEAL motivation books and stuff. And I'm like, no, we need to get you some murder mysteries or something.
Right.
Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
It's weird because Scott reads like all the same types of things that Raine, Carol, and Marcy that you all read. Like you all talk about things, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard him talk about that book or that author," and like, or he'll hear me watching one of your all's videos, and he'll be like, "Is that Carol? Is that what is she?" Because he knows, because he'll be like, "You all read the same stuff." Whereas I read this huge, like, well, it's not a huge variety, but like I don't just read like spooky stuff, and Scott tends to just read spooky stuff.
Right.
But it's still cool to like have the same, like even though they're different genres, it's still cool to like have the same. Like you can go book shopping together, and it's like me and my husband just stands around and holds the books for me instead of like.
Which is also nice.
Yeah, it's helpful, but
heavy.
Yeah.
No, Scott and I can definitely book shop together.
Loving bookstore.
Yes, loving bookstore. He is a big. I'm speaking for him because he's still eating dinner. He is a big ebook person. Like now that he has a Kindle, he rarely reads physical books, and his commute is like 5 minutes. So audio, like you do read audiobooks sometimes, but it takes him a long time to read it because normally,
I do most of my reading in bed, and a lot of the books I read tend to be fairly chunky, so it's.
Can y'all hear him or no? Can you hear him when he's talking or
no?
Okay.
I heard him.
He said that a lot of the books he reads are really long. Well, some of them.
Some. I mean, I've been reading a lot of novellas lately.
Yeah, and so they tend to be heavy to read in bed because that's what we'll read for like 30 minutes to an hour because we are old. Like we like get in bed and take our pills. And I'm not lying. I'm not lying. We get in bed, we take our pills, and then we each lay there and read for 30 minutes to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like 70-year-old people.
See, and I say that I would like that too, but then at the same time, I'm like, well, if both of us were like just readers and we like to sit and read all the time, like one of us would have to be like watching the child at some point. Like, because I will get distracted, but he knows I'm reading, so he's, keeping his eye on her for the most part.
That's true. Yeah, we've got that like no child life, so I don't have to watch anybody. The cats are usually asleep unless they're chewing on my laptop charger.
Yes.
I filmed a video today that'll go up tomorrow morning, and it heavily features guest star Hazel, which is my black cat. So if y'all happen to watch that tomorrow,
yes,
there's lots of #cat content in it.
Okay, I watch every single. I jump on your videos pretty quick. I don't mean this as an insult, but I don't have much of a life, so like I'm always like up to date on everyone's videos. But I'm always there. If I'm not commenting, I'm still always there, people.
Oh,
honestly, any reason you gave me for watching my videos, I would be flattered. Yeah, I'm usually on your videos as well. And that day that I was like, I'm catching up on that because I'd missed like 5 videos. I hadn't been watching any YouTube. I was like, I have a bunch of Carol videos to watch.
Although I forgot I'm not supposed to be friends with you anymore because you DNF something wicked this way comes. I saw that.
Yeah, I know. And
Classics are overrated.
Yeah, I think the Halloween tree is overrated for sure.
Yeah, it's fun. I like to read it, but
I have never read it. I've just seen the little animated thing, which I love.
Yeah. That's the only Ray Bradbury that I have read so far. I tried to read it like for Halloween. I don't think it was last year, but I think it was the year before. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe this isn't for me.
I also feel like, Carol, that I was, and you could probably tell in the video, like I was just sort of like not feeling good. Like my allergies were killing me by the end of it. And I was just like, who cares about reading? Like, who cares about books? Like, if I had been in a better mood, I probably would have pushed through and just finished it.
Well, yeah. And it's like super flowery writing. And you have to be in the right mood for that. At least for me.
Write a sentence.
Yeah. I think at one point you said, just say what you're trying to say or something.
Just write a regular sentence, right? Yeah. I love you. And what you've contributed to this world, but like write a regular sentence. Or I am like, everything was like hyphenated, everything. And I was like, Ray, you're killing me. You're making it so hard to read the story that I love. But yeah, I had only ever read it when I was like 14, and I was like, I love this book. And I'm thinking, I did?
Oh no.
I clearly was like, whatever with the writing and was like in it for the story. Yeah. I can't imagine 14-year-old me would have understood it any better than 34-year-old me who was like, what? What do you mean? See, I didn't think it was. Scott and I saw the play a few years ago, and I thought, I love this story. Mm-hmm. Gonna love this. And now it did have some of the coolest like set design and things, like with the carousel and the changing of the age of the, like there's some really cool things they did. But it didn't translate very well otherwise. Yeah,
I've never even seen, I mean, like, not that I've been to a ton of plays or anything, but I didn't even know, like, they put stage production.
I didn't either. We have a really, I don't know, probably you all have never heard of Barter Theater, but it's about 45 minutes from us, and it, a lot of, like, real actor come through, like, Gregory Peck used to, be in the cast there, and they always put on incredible shows, and so we've seen quite a few things there. But yeah, they had, I was like, something wicked this way comes. I didn't know that was a play. Sorry, Scott's putting our trash up from our dinner. Yeah, so I'm sorry, Carol. I know I was a huge disappointment.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Like, Carol's gonna watch this video and disown me.
How did you like Saga? Because
of course they like Saga. Who hasn't liked Saga?
I don't know anyone.
Carol.
What?
Yeah. Take her out, Raine. Take her out, Raine. Take her out.
I haven't read Saga.
Remove.
But Mexican Gothic.
Mexican. No.
I think I gave that 3 or 3.5. It was pretty average.
I gave it 3, which is
don't go into it thinking that, like I always tell people, like it's not gonna be like this super intense. Like it does have creepy, gross moments, but I feel like when it was getting pitched, people were making it like it was like this way more intense horror thing.
See,
maybe that's where I was like disappointed, but I still like thinking back now, like I can't even remember anything about that book.
I think there's a scene in that book that just stuck with me. I think about it every time.
Literally everything.
I just didn't like when you find out what's going on. I didn't like that. I was like, this is not the direction I wanted her to go.
It's weird because I feel like I'm reading it and I'm like, I like this twist. Maybe I just didn't like the way it was written or the way it was like, I don't know. I don't know what it was. It wasn't bad, but there was a lot I liked about it, but there was something that didn't click.
Has anyone read her new release? When Comes the Night?
Velvet?
No, Velvet is the Night. I have an arc of that too. I never read. Do I? Yeah, I do have an arc of that I never read.
I think doesn't it take place in the 60s or something?
The Velvet Was the Night?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I actually got it out on Libby and read the first few pages of it the other day and was like, I'm not in the mood for this. Like, it wasn't the book. It was just like, I don't think I'm in the mood for this. And that's why I let it go back.
Yeah.
But doesn't she have another one that just came out?
I think I read up to like volume 6 or something, but I'm wanting to reread it so that I know where, because I don't remember where I left off.
Yeah, I'm completely caught up, and I've been caught up for like 2 years, and they haven't come out with another volume, so I'm going to cry.
Yeah, I'm going to need to like buy them physically and reread them that way because I want to own them. So
yeah, see, I'm a college student, so I'm poor.
Yeah, I'm also poor. I'm also poor, but I have dreams. Big hopes. I don't know if we'll do like any spooky sprints or anything. We'll definitely still have our like mid-month sprints. The thing with October is it's so busy for me. Like at least, well, usually the first week of October, the first weekend of October, I go to take a trip to Flagstaff, me and my husband and our 2 friends. And we go there for like 5 or 6 days. And then at the end of the month, which will be Halloween weekend, I'm going to be at a race thing because our friend may win the championship. Oh. So we'll be doing that. Like, I don't know, it's just a lot, but I'll try. I mean, and some of the other hosts, I mean, if you guys want to do some spooky sprints or something in October, I will try my hardest to do extra fun things on Halloween, or in October.
For those people in the comments, are there nights other than Thursdays that like you guys would still come to sprints, or I work till 4:30 Eastern every day, which means I don't get home till after 5, so it would be evening unless I did a weekend. But I will be okay. I'll be in Salem, Massachusetts, October 14th through the 19th.
We could do spooky sprints in Salem.
Spooky sprints in Salem. I like
so
that.
Awesome. Oh my God, take pictures, post pictures.
We need vlogs.
Try to vlog, but only in the sense, like, I don't want to be like, not like a reading vlog. Like, I just kind of want to maybe just have a vlog where it's like just music in the background.
Like a B-roll vlog. That's the thing.
Yeah. Thank you, Deja. Just B-roll of us. Because we'll be there it's like 6 days, including our travel days. And I have a cousin who lives in Waltham outside of Boston. So we're going to see her. And then her parents live on this really beautiful little like farmland in New Hampshire. So we're actually going to go see them for an afternoon. So it should, and then all kinds of Salem goodness. So I'm going to try to just do like a B-roll vlog. of that. But I'll definitely be posting all kinds of.
It's gonna be so nice that time of year too. Won't the leaves all be changing and stuff? And
I have been to Salem once for like an afternoon when I was a kid because we were visiting this family that I was talking about. They lived in New Hampshire, and we did like a day trip and went to a couple different places. We basically went to the Salem Witch Trial Museum and like got ice cream, and that's like all we did. And that's I don't remember like I remember that, but like nothing specific about the town. And Scott's never been, and he's always wanted to go. So
Right.
we started planning it.
Probably find the creepiest used bookstore ever.
Oh, a creepy used bookstore, yeah. We're definitely gonna go book shopping.
Oh yeah.
Also, we're going to Scott has been following it for a while. It's the Salem Witch Board Museum. It's just Ouija boards. Like a museum there that's just Ouija boards.
whoa,
Yeah.
be touching anything.
What?
There will not be touching of anything.
Speak for yourself. I'm buying one and bringing it home.
Right. It's like these hands, I can't stop them.
So, funny story about like being cursed. I'm not cursed. That's fine. But my brother might be. So, to make a long story short, my brother and his wife, we were in Florida for a family thing in July, and they like extended their vacation, rented a car, and drove down to like through the Everglades and went down to the Keys and stuff. So they went to Key West. I love Key West. I've been. And they saw Robert the Doll. You know, that Annabelle is okay.
No, yeah.
And my brother is like horror movie, just horror in general lover. And so he, they're like very respectful, and they literally like, they say like you need to ask permission before you like take a picture of him and like all this stuff. Okay. So Justin my brother asks if he can take a picture of Robert. And April, his wife, is standing there. And she's just like smiling. Well, it wasn't an hour later. The battery in their rental car dies. And they cannot, through all these different means, they cannot get another rental car. So they have to go buy jumper cables. And for the next like 3 days, have to jump their car off every time they want to go anywhere. And Justin walked into the ocean forgetting that his cell phone was in his pocket. So the next day, so his cell phone gets ruined while he's down there. They go on this like snorkeling expedition, and Justin gets terribly seasick. Like everything bad that could happen happened after that, and everything was going great until Robert the Doll. So we think he's cursed, and we think that he thought maybe April was laughing at him when she was smiling. So I think that I think he thought April was very seriously. So I think they're cursed.
May very well be.
When we went to the Keys, we were on like one of those haunted tours or whatever. And the guy was like talking about Robert the Doll and everything. And my husband was like, should we go? I was like, hell no. We didn't even go.
I'm like, no thanks. Don't need that bad juju. No thanks.
I didn't
Get away
know
from
about
me.
Robert the Doll when I was in Key West because I think I went to Key West in like 2014, and I didn't know.
No.
I didn't know about it, so I didn't go. But
No.
No,
No thanks.
not after their experience, because they were having like the best time, and then it was like everything turned to shit, and it was like Robert.
No, thank you.
No.
I mean, we like joke about it, but they're like, maybe are we?
Maybe. It sounds like it.
I'm like, I would not get on that plane home, but okay. They got me. That would have been free. Anyway,
No.
so all that to say, will not be touching any Ouija boards. Scott thinks he's going to buy one and bring it home into our. He doesn't want to play it because I'm not opening up some portal to the other world in my home.
No
Not
thanks.
until the house is paid off.
No thanks. Yeah. Oh man.
If this were a rental, sure, but
You just want to get your deposit back.
yeah, not really. So anyway, I'm excited. I'll keep you all
Cool. I'm excited.
I'm excited
might-
for you.
I mean, I might be able to do some like late night sprinting and stuff. Like, I mean, that would kind of work for me, but I don't know who would be on there because it would be even later for them.
I mean,
I don't know.
just because we're old. I mean, Deja's not old. Deja would be up at like 3 a.m. probably, but
Are you able to sleep between 1 and 2 like every night?
you only sleep? Or
No,
you go
like
to sleep
I
at-
go to sleep at like 1 or
like,
2
you
every
can sleep
night.
1 hour?
No, I
How
go
do
to
you
sleep
do
between.
that?
No, I just
You
sleep.
just
I sleep
wasted on
between
the
1 and
young.
2. Yeah. No, I sleep good though. I go to sleep between like 1 and 2, but I still normally sleep like 7, 8 hours a night
Yeah.
because I'm
If I
not
didn't
dumb.
have like a 8 to 4:30 job, then I would probably sleep from like 12 to 8, 12 to 8:30. Like that would be. But I have to go to bed earlier.
Yeah, the earliest that I get up is 9. You will not catch me up before 9.
Yeah.
Nope. Well,
Like
Yeah.
maybe next semester will be different because I might take a earlier class next semester because I'd rather take earlier classes because one of my suite mates, they have like classes at like 5, 6 p.m. and I'm like, no, I hate waking up, but I'm not. Nope. I will get
You
up for
gotta
that
think
8:30.
too, like winter when it's like the winter time
Mhm.
and it'll be dark
at
at those times. I hated taking. I would take a class
Right.
at 7 o'clock at night and it would not be safe.
I hated
Right.
it would be like my last last couple semesters where you're like, there's only offering one of the class you need and it's Thursday at 5:30 and I'd be like, damn it. Because I was the same way, Deja. Like I was like, I am not a morning person. I hate getting up, but I will go to an 8:15 if it means I'm done at like noon and I have the rest of my day. Because I would work. And so like I'm like, well, I gotta go to work at 3, so I can't be in class. I've gotta because I worked at Barnes and Noble in college. I also worked at Michael's, the craft store, in college.
Nice.
It was a good
All the
job.
good discounts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
What's the Michael's discount like?
Yeah.
I think it was 30 or 40% off everything all the time. Except for, like cricket and all that stuff. But I think
That's
it was
pretty good though. Like Halloween decor season.
15
Oh, yeah.
years ago. So, oh my God. It was a long
We
time.
can sprint at 15. I put 10 on the chat, but
He talks
Ooh,
past.
we did.
Oh, I didn't even look at the chat. I'm sorry. I was the one talking.
No, you're totally fine.
Amy. That's
Yeah,
funny.
Kim
I
says
don't
can
like
we
it.
be outside? Sure.
Yes.
You can open the portal
Reach
in our yard.
outside.
I need to get sleep at
Yeah, can you open a portal outside? Like, would the spirit just attach to you then and just like
Oh, I
follow
don't
you
want
around?
that. No, I don't want that.
Like if you
Also,
did it
he's
in the
gonna
middle of the park,
bring you on
would
a plane
the
home.
spirit haunt the park or would it attach to you?
I feel like I'm already taking a risk getting on an airplane. I'm definitely not going to bring a haunted Ouija board. I just assume all of them are haunted, Scott. He said that's
How many people would freak out, you think, if you just started like busting out the Ouija board on the airplane?
All right.
You just sit it in put the tray down and just like have it out.
You'd probably end up on a no-fly list.
Yes, I would.
I would guarantee some people would
Yeah.
like be in there
Be
freaking
like,
out.
ugh, Salem.
I mean, people freak out over nothing on flights these days. So
I'm like, listen, if you can bring your baby, then I can I'm a demon, okay? It's the same thing. Your baby's screaming this whole flight.
Exactly.
Maybe I want to summon a demon. I
Maybe
don't.
we're gonna hold a seance right now.
Yeah,
Look.
I'm sure there's lots of spirits up there.
Oh,
This has gotten dark. I feel like I'm gonna get painted.
So funny.
Yeah.
Kim says don't bring it on the plane, ship it to your house.
Oh, there you go. That way the UPS man can be haunted and not.
Yes. What are you gonna do? Just have him keep it in a separate room? Like what?
I'm not gonna let him buy one. I think that he's gonna.
He'll probably do it anyway. So you guys want to sprint for 30 minutes? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna start the timer. Okay.
Hi. I didn't read again.
Were you editing your paper?
No, I just started to eat.
Ooh, what do you have?
Chinese.
Ooh, that looks good.
I'm so excited.
Hi, Marcy.
Hey, Marcy.
Hope you're feeling better. I read like 30 pages again.
Ooh.
So I'm 54%. Doing pretty good. It
How are
is
you feeling?
getting pretty brutal.
Okay.
Some like Green Inferno, Cannibal Holocaust vibes. I'm like, yeah, very like, yeah, pretty brutal stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, definitely by the time people are starting to get killed off, like I just hate everyone. Like every character sucks. So.
It's like you're just excited for them to die.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, so how are we gonna do this? How is this gonna happen? I don't know. Very interesting.
I got 17 pages.
Spiders. Lots of spiders in this thing.
I forgot about that.
Giving me like, ugh. Yeah, getting some chills. some spider scenes are, yeah, a little much for me. Oh, Kim read 30 pages too. Nice.
Can I just say this box is perfectly placed for me to just like put food in my mouth?
I know, right?
Perfect.
Because my plate is on this side, so it's just like very convenient.
Yeah. Carol, you read how many pages?
17.
Nice.
It's a big book.
I had to like stop and like Google how to pronounce like certain names because.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess it would like if you just had people named like Josh in your fantasy books, that might be a little weird, but sometimes these names are a little wild.
Yeah, for sure.
Is this a new start to a series or just a standalone? Or
I think it's gonna be a trilogy.
Okay. Gotcha. I read 35 pages.
Oh, that's good.
So I have like 64-ish pages left of the book.
Nice. How far did Scott get?
He went in his room where he has his Xbox set up.
So he stopped reading. I was hoping he was gonna finish it.
He'll probably finish it tonight before we go to bed. But he's in there playing No Man's Sky, so.
So are you still really liking it, Amy?
Yeah, I am. It's really creepy. She's got this. She's got a really good way. Maybe it's just that, like, I feel like when I read books like this, they aren't creepy enough. Like, when I read, like, you'll have like one or two little ooh, but like, there's quite a bit of creep factor in this one, and in the Winter People as well. And I was like, I like that. Like,
she does that really well, and I feel like she's like thinking about it now. She'd probably be a really good transition for people who are going from thriller to horror.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I hope that this doesn't have a rational ending. I mean, if it does, it does. But like, I kind of hope, like, if like the Winter People didn't, right? Okay, so I'm hoping
that's what I remember.
That's what I remember too, is that did not have like a real world, I'll say, because sometimes like, and I don't feel like I'm like spoiled, but I won't say a specific.
Well, I think that's why her books are categorized as horror, because they can go.
They aren't always like real of this world, and I think a lot of times when you read like a thriller or a mystery where it's like something supernatural happen, it's always like not. It's always like, no, there's a real rational reason. And I like those books too, but I feel like I'm always like, but sometimes, a lot of times I want it to be the weird thing.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the weird thing instead of like.
Oh, for sure.
No, it's so I really like that. So now I'm like extra excited to read The Uninvited next month. So, did you like that one, Carol?
The Invited, yeah.
Invited.
It wasn't
Invited.
my favorite, but
you liked it.
yeah.
Sarah thinks she's a romance reader now.
You can be both.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, read it all.
Also, Amy, my mom said the shipping was $8.85.
You got it.
Nice.
That's what she said. She just texted me.
I can't remember if I already asked for your PayPal. You can just message it to me.
Okay.
Or Venmo, whichever you have.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, Lesson in Vengeance. It's a pretty book. I mean, the cover's great.
It's
the
so
map is
pretty.
great.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Who's your favorite character in Saga?
I don't remember names.
Oh. Lion Cat is my favorite. I love Lion Cat so
Who
much.
do I like? I like the grandma.
The grandma. Oh yes,
The
okay.
grandma.
I know.
I didn't
it's
like
been
the
a
grandma
while.
at first, but I like the grandma.
I like the grandma too.
Yes, Sarah. Vicious.
I love Vicious.
Not that vicious. A different vicious.
Oh,
Like romance vicious.
I was like, are we talking Vicious?
Well, that makes sense because Swoon Sisters.
No. This is Vicious by LJ Shen.
Okay.
And it's the book club pick. It's like, I'm scared because I think I'm going to like it, but I don't think anybody else is going to because we chose it for the trope anti-hero. And like the hero, even in like the description, he's like, oh, like I hate the poor people that come and clean my house. And like the love interest, like the main girl, is like the daughter of the maid, I think, who he hates because he's like a lot.
And this is like a smutty romance?
Yeah, it's new adult though. So some people probably won't like it because of that either. Because I feel like once you get out of the new adult age range, you're like teenagers. I don't know about that. But like I'm still 18, so.
Yeah.
I'd be eating those new adult books. I'd be like, I do. I love them so much.
Love it.
Okay. I took a picture of my Venmo. I'm like, what am I doing right now?
You don't have to do it like right this second. But
is Marcy reading with us? What is Marcy reading?
Yeah. What are you reading, Marcy? If you are reading. If not, what are you just currently reading? I don't know.
I'm in the middle of 3 books.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Brain does not compute.
This is a big ass piece.
Dang.
Oh, Summer Suns.
Summer Suns.
Oh, I want to read that.
Doesn't that have like the hand?
Yes.
Is it a hand?
Look at me not knowing.
Yeah, I think it's like a hand, like in almost like in
And it's
water.
like green.
Never heard of
like,
this.
It's like green, white, black just came out.
Yeah.
Or might not even be out yet.
Oh, I see.
It's a hand, right?
It's boring. Oh shit.
Oh no, Marcy loves everything. But the cover. The cover is nice.
Yeah, and it threw me off
it's
because
one hand and a skeleton hand.
And is it out already or no? Because I was like, why would you put out
September 28th?
Yeah, why would you put out a book called Summer Suns?
Yeah,
in the fall. I want that sound. I don't know if it's like a summary.
It sounds good though. It's a sweltering queer Southern Gothic that crosses Appalachian.
But it says sweltering, so it does take place in the summer. That was bad marketing.
Yeah,
like
maybe
the timing was
or something.
Yeah,
but it's boring.
I've seen this book because I remember I was doing like a list for an anticipated releases that I never did because my channel's dead. But whatever.
Oh, thank you, Marcy. Okay, I did want to read it. It was on my most anticipated. Maybe it'll pick up. I hope so.
I'm going to edit this weekend. I'm editing my September TBR. You guys can hold me to it. I'm going to post it. I've been saying I'm going to post it. But these past couple weeks, like the past 2 weeks, have been like crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Because I literally would have classes 4 days a week, work 2 days a week, go home, go to see my niece and nephew, and then I would have like 1 day to like catch up on all my schoolwork, and like it was a mess. It was a mess.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But now I have
That's how I
weekends
felt
off.
for like same thing for weeks. Like all of my days off were days that I had things planned or I had taken off on purpose. Like Monday, I had off, and I was even thinking about like going into work that day, and I was like, look, I don't have a live show. I don't have any errands to run. I have absolutely nothing to do that day. And I was like, nope, I'm staying home. And I told my husband, I was like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I am just here.
You're gonna
That is it.
potato
Because
on
I hadn't done that like in weeks, because we had like so many things going on. Pretty
Yeah.
much like from the 2 weeks before Robin's birthday up until like the last 2 weeks after her birthday. Like just for the last month, it's been.
Oh my God, Sarah, the deal is so well. I read The Chase, but I'm assuming the deal is really good. Me and Elle Kennedy, after that one book, I'm like, okay, we love. I mean, I would say Vicious for my book club. Eleanor and Gray, I think, is gonna make you cry. So if you want to cry, I guess you could read that. Credence is just gonna be messy. Y'all are like, what are these?
No, I'm on Book Talk now. I know what Credence is.
What is Credence?
I bought Credence.
I don't.
Hold on. I'll explain it, but let me get it. I haven't read it. I just bought it for my job.
I follow a lot of people who read a lot of like smutty romance, so I'm pretty.
I've never once read a smutty romance book.
I mean, do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I have one. I have one on ebook.
Okay, what is it?
Someone had said something about that. It was like it was like horror, slutty romance-esque kind of.
What you gotta figure out though is that there's a lot within just smutty romance. So I know like the really contemporary ones that are just like the same formula. I don't really like those. I'm like, give me taboo, give me dark, give me something.
Yes, it's The Risk by S.T. Abbey.
The Risk by S.T. What is it? What is it?
The series, it's called the Mindfuck series.
Yes, I've heard. I want to read this. It was on Jess from Peace Loves Books channel.
Okay,
Anyways,
I see it on someone's channel.
They're really short.
I actually bought the ebook like months ago because I was like, I might one day want to pick up a smutty romance. I'm going to. Sure. It's gonna have to be like dark.
I think it's like a serial killer FBI agent.
Ooh.
I might be wrong.
I don't know. Something drew me to it. Something about what they said it was about. I don't remember who it was.
I know because I remember that because it was so intriguing. I was like, oh
yeah. I was like, okay. And then I just bought it on ebook because I didn't want to forget about it because it was like $3 or something.
Credence.
Yes.
What were you gonna say, Carol?
It's like in my little journey. It's like you have to figure out like anytime I want to try something new. You kind of have to like we were saying with Jennifer McMahon. Okay, you want to try horror, but you already like thrillers, so you have to kind of find like a mixture. Yeah. So I'm like screenshotting all these dark fantasy romance ones. Yeah. I'm like, I like fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Try that, but
Credence though is about this girl and her parents die, kaput, gone. And so she is supposed to go live with her relatives, obviously. And I'm assuming the only relatives that she had is her step uncle. And he has 2 sons. So she goes to live with her step cousins and her step uncle. And then she ends up having sexual and romantic relationships with all of them. But then in the end, she only ends up with one of them. So it's not like a reverse harem, but like
all of them at the same time.
The author, Penelope Douglas.
No, I mean like same moment in time.
I don't know. Possibly.
Interesting.
What else did that author write?
Marcy's in the middle of Credence?
Oh. Hoping to finish it this weekend.
Marcy's in the middle of like 37 books though, so.
What?
Ice Planet Barbarian series?
Oh yeah, I've heard of them, yeah.
What?
Like that stuff too. I'm like, I'm not gonna like that, but why do I want to like read it to see?
Yeah, why do I want to know?
I feel like that's what
barbarians from an ice planet and having sex with them.
That's what I'm saying, though, is I feel like romance, even if some of it you don't like, I feel like you're always entertained, usually. Unless it's just like plain contemporary, I feel like you may not enjoy.
See, that's because I think aliens, that's what I worry about the most is like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to read this expecting some smut. But once I'm like, what happens between the smut that I'm going to be into?
Yeah, I've got to be into the story.
That's why
the story or the writing sucks. I don't care about the sex. Like, I need there to be, like, I need to be.
And that's why I was drawn to this one in particular, because it is kind of like, I know it's like a serial killer something or something like dark and like.
That's why I like
I think that's that fantasy.
Yeah.
What was the one that you had, Raine? Because maybe I'll add that to my list too.
It's called The Rift. No, I don't think she'll like Punk 57. I don't, Sarah. I really don't.
57.
Punk 57 is my baby. Okay, I read it in June and then I reread it in August. It's by the same author.
Okay, what else has she written too, though?
Birthday Girl?
That one I hear a lot. Like, Gabby likes that one, right? Somebody. I think it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody.
Maybe then, because a lot of people don't like Punk 57 because it takes place in high school and it makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that would probably make me feel weird.
Yeah, Marcy said she really likes it. I don't know. That's what I'm
really?
saying.
Oh, I don't know. It's hard for me to put myself in that mindset because I'm like, well, Marcy's around the same age as me, so I don't know.
I still haven't read Birthday Girl.
Okay, I think it's Birthday Girl that I've heard of. That's like the more popular one.
Yeah,
I have been interested by that one, but then I was like,
I would say these two, and then Birthday Girl are her three most popular.
Interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna plug my laptop in. I'm losing.
I just don't want to pay $10 a month, and just because I always forget about Kindle Unlimited. I'm like, oh, I've been paying for this, and it's
They did a thing last year in like November, December, where it was 3 months of free Kindle Unlimited. And I did that, and then of course forgot about it for like 3 months. But I did get 3 months for free. So they'll probably do something like that.
I would. Yeah, that's true because the holidays. I would like if you like don't want it. I would just like put it in your calendar, like on your phone, and have it send you an alert. That's what I do when I want to cancel things. Or I'll like bookmark the page and I'll put it so I can see it on my bookmarks bar. So every time I go on my computer, I'm like, oh, I haven't forgot about you. I remember.
There you go.
On iPhone, there's also the reminders app too. I don't use that, but yeah, I do love KU. She pops off.
They have a lot of good horror too, and like indie authors who you probably wouldn't find.
So I know Chelsea, like from Chelsea Darling Reads, doesn't really post a lot anymore. But if you watch any of her stuff, like she reads a ton of romance, and she would read a lot of smutty romance. So she always did like Romance-a-thon and all that stuff.
I'm trying to think
recommendations, and Julie from Pages and Pens as well. And I don't know if y'all have ever watched Julie's Kindle Unlimited vlogs that she would do, where she would pick like a really weird subsect of Kindle Unlimited smutty romance.
Like, okay, I think I've watched one of her vlogs with that.
Like a leprechaun one. There's a Santa Christmas one. There's like maybe like a troll, and it's just her reactions to, and some of these Kindle Unlimited books are like 20 pages. Like it's basically a sex scene, you know, like, and her reaction to, it's so good. You've got to watch them.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I would get real cringe reading stuff like this. Like, I don't know. I guess it just depends.
Okay, Kim, I understand what you're saying.
Is she of age in the book?
I think she's 18. It's her, like, ex-fiance's dad. But I understand what you're saying, Kim. But for me, it, like, depends. Like, if that happened in, like, a contemporary novel or whatever, or, like, that, like, it wasn't a romance, I'd be like, but since I know it's a romance and I know that's what it's setting out to do, it doesn't creep me out. Like, it depends on the context which things occur.
Mhm.
Like, I love bully romances, but if it happens just like in like a YA romance, like I'm gonna be like, because it's not they're YA, like it's not supposed to be toxic.
It's all like really pretty. I mean, there is taboo, and then there's just like not socially acceptable things, like a bully romance or something like that. And so, like, if you were reading that outside of, like, I feel like you go into it being like, I know this isn't like right.
Yeah, exactly.
But I enjoy the tension of this. Like, I would never condone this relationship in real life. I would never want someone to read this and be like, "Ooh, this is what I literally want out of my life. I want to."
I think you could speak for yourself on that one, Amy. Anyways.
All right. I mean, you can want what you want. That's fine. I'm just saying, like.
But that's the same thing. Like, any genre could be like that. I mean, you can make the argument like, I love reading books about serial killers, but that doesn't mean that I think being a serial killer is right or okay.
Or like, oh, that's really cool being a serial killer.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
It just depends on the context. Like, there's one book I really want to read that apparently is like very Harley Quinn Joker, like the romance between a serial killer and his like therapist. And obviously, if that happened in real life, I'd be like, but like in the book, I'm like, okay, well, that sounds like it'll be a fun time.
It's all just fantasy. It's just fiction.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like some people can dissociate themselves and like understand that, and other people just can't do that, which is like fine.
Right.
But then also, I kind of get upset when like a book is like very clear that like this is what it is, and like it'll be like very much like age gap, like 18, 30, whatever, and then people will get upset that it's age gap, and I'm like, but it said it in the synopsis. How are you gonna be mad? Not you, Kim. Not you. I'm just talking in general. Like, I don't like it.
I know what you mean.
When they be like 1 star because student-teacher relationship. I'm like, it literally told you. It told you. Right. You could be like, I didn't like how it was done in this book specifically.
Right.
But they're like, just in general, no. And I'm like, but it told you.
Well, someone's not reading the synopsis.
Thank you, Marcy. I love age gap too.
Oh, me too, Marcy.
I don't know what I really like because I'm ready.
Carol's like,
I guess we're gonna find out.
Look, the fact that I married a man like very close to my age is shocking.
Carol.
Oh my
gosh. I love that.
Carol, but the fact that I'm not with a 55-year-old right now is shocking. Oh God.
Okay. But Raine, if you want something that's like someone who talks about more darker taboo romances, there's this one. Her channel is More with Mary. She's kind of controversial. She's very abrasive, but like her recommendations are very unique and they're very like taboo. Like, she has recommendation videos for like everything. So
interesting.
I
feel like if I have the time and if I had the time, I would love to do like a taste test of different types of romance tropes just to see what.
Raine, I would say honestly, you could probably do it. Romance books I will consume in 2 days, and then any other book, it's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're making me want to pick this one up tonight.
I heard those are super short. It's like a 6-book series, I think, but they're super short, I think.
Interesting.
A lot of the KU romances, I feel like, are pretty short.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I guess it depends, like, on the series.
Yeah, this one's only 100 pages.
Yeah, there's a lot of novellas on KU.
Yeah,
there's a lot of novels on KU, too.
Yeah. I will say there's one thing that I can't with, like, dark romance, and I like incest, like actual incest. Like, I can't. No, thanks.
It's a no for me as well.
There are books out there, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
We can do with the step. The step is fine, but beyond that,
or like former step. Okay. Fine.
That's fine. Yeah. I also can't with corpses because that's a thing that I've heard about.
See,
Well, it's just like I don't even want to read about that. Like it exists, and I don't even.
We do not stand incest.
No,
it's the corpses for me too. I don't.
Just the biggies, incest, corpses, those things.
Trying dark romance tropes, taste testing dark romance tropes, but I don't think I'd do the corpses.
I think you should just like pick a book to start, just like one book per vlog, and it'll just be like, unless you devour the first one, you want to do the second one.
I think, you know what I think you should do? I think you should just do, like, as Amy said, like one book per vlog, and just call it like Romance Newbie Reads Dark Romance, and then just have it be a series where you read like one book in each vlog.
And then, like, next thing we know, she's like only reading dark taboo romance.
Dark romance.
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me.
Raine, we need
I'll
to
just get like sucked down into this whole new.
We need to come up with like a kind of sexy title for this. Like, taste test is already like kind of suggestive, but I feel like something like, I don't know. But yeah, just like pick a Penelope Douglas maybe, and like just vlog your experience of reading the one book, and like try a different one next time.
Raine, have you read Verity?
Oh, Colleen.
No.
Because I was gonna see if you liked Verity. I feel like you would like darker romances.
That book was messed up.
Yeah, I read it. I gave it 5 stars. And in my review, all I put was, what the fuck? And that was it.
I finished it while I was in the hospital.
What is this? Is this Sacrifice by Katie Robert? Is that what... I need to know if that's what this is.
I feel
Is
like
this Sacrifice by Katie? Oh, no, I can't relate.
Satan's Affair, and that was a twisted horror dark romance ride. Highly recommend.
All right.
What? Marcy has it.
What is
Satan's Affair?
Stacks of Strange is now a like Stacks of Strange Romance.
Yeah. I mean, we could pick a strange romance. We should plan that for February. That would be cool.
Yes.
Do a February like
a really
dark,
romance.
twisty romance, or
That's
like
so
But it could just be
romance.
like, there are monster romances.
I
don't
was
know
like,
if you know
Deja is
that,
going to have the recommendations for this. Like,
Yeah, we
I'm
can do
doing
like a
for a
Bigfoot
strange
romance or
romance.
something.
Yeah, that would.
No, there's like this one that people are reading called.
I mean, this book club is not genre specific. I mean, most of us do read horror.
Oh, Black Sunshine by Karina Halley. Halley, right, is the last name. I know, my books don't try me. Anyways.
Still looking up Satan's Affair.
There was not Kat just coming in and saying yes. To what, Kat? To what?
What is she saying yes to? All dark romance.
But there was this romance
Yes,
that people were just reading.
No, I think yes, probably to us doing a super dark romance.
Yes, absolutely. Love that.
But there was this romance that people were just reading called I Married a Lizard Man. And that's what it was called. And she married a lizard alien man.
Look, whatever floats your boat.
I mean, I watched The Shape of Water.
I don't think I'm a big monster romance.
Is that bestiality?
Is it? Yeah, what is?
I mean, and they do get it on. So.
Oh, there was this one that I heard about where he was a werepuffer and he turned into a pufferfish.
What?
Yeah. But he would only really turn like certain parts of his body into pufferfish.
Well, sure.
But I think he could make his whole self a pufferfish too. But he would just like isolate it and be like, this limb, pufferfish.
Why?
I don't know.
Who would like? I just want my arm to be puffy. Like
I don't think it was his arm, Amy. I don't think it was. I don't think so.
A Haunting of Adeline?
The way you were saying it made it seem like anything, and I was like,
I think he does do anything, but like
clearly, he's only.
I've seen The Haunting of Adeline on.
I like the cover to that one.
The Haunting of Adeline?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
I have been thinking about doing like a taste test type thing for like popular authors that I've never read.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Being one of them. I've never read a Colleen Hoover.
Yeah,
I haven't either.
Amy, I'm in the middle of that right now. I've read 2 out of 3 books for that vlog.
That's fun.
Yeah, the only one I have left to read is It Ends With Us. I read Ugly Love and Verity.
Oh man. Okay, so you're literally okay. Would you mind if I also did that? Would that bother you?
No.
Okay.
People
'Cause I
come up
read
with the
a
same
couple-
ideas at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not even copying. It's just we had a connection.
Yeah.
We did.
You were in sync.
Yeah. There was like another. Oh, Karen Slaughter. I've never read a Karen Slaughter.
Well, okay, Satan's Affair is the prequel to Haunting of Adeline. So I have to read The Haunting of Adeline first.
Are y'all reacting to me having never read Karen Slaughter or something in the chat?
But you never read Karen Slaughter.
Okay.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah.
I've never
Girl, you need to read Pretty Girls. Just do it.
Pretty Girl.
Do it.
Ooh, that's going to be an experience.
Don't even know anything about Pretty Girls because I literally knew nothing. I didn't know anything.
I read it in one
either.
day.
I had watched a few BookTube videos where people were like
talking about it, but nobody
talking about like their favorite thrillers, but like they said it was pretty dark, but like I don't think they really expressed how dark.
No, Amy, it is triggering. So if you need triggers, go look up those, but don't look at the synopsis.
The only real thing we have is like animal death and abuse. Is there any of that?
No.
I don't think so.
No, just human death and abuse.
Not until dark.
Okay.
See, I tried to watch True Blood and maybe like I have to get past the first season or not. I hate shows when I have to do that because I can't just start in the second season because the second season's better.
No, I really liked the first season. I feel like if you didn't like the first season, you're not going to.
Okay, because I was trying and people were like, no, just keep watching it. You'll end up you'll like it. But I just
no.
And I read a lot of the books too, and it just eventually just got to be a lot.
Oh, really?
Sarah, I mean, it takes me to really like something to read like that many books in a series.
Right? Yeah.
Sarah, it is not overrated. Sometimes
Sarah's wrong. Get out of here.
Sarah sometimes really be having questionable taste in thrillers. I'm just gonna put it out there.
She's not allowed to have an opinion anymore on it. She's a romance reader.
But I'm in the middle of Trip. Is that how you say it? Trip. What? This one. This one by Karen Slaughter.
So Marcy hasn't read Karen Slaughter either, or Pretty Girls. Marcy.
I also have the good. I literally in my dorm. I have a whole ass collection.
So you all suggest okay.
I've read Pretty Girls and The Good Daughter.
I've only read this one.
Okay.
Pretty Girls, I feel like is top tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm actually gonna like this one because isn't it more like legally, Raine? Like legal?
Yeah.
I like legal. It doesn't have.
Okay.
Doesn't it have a detective perspective? Or no?
Yes.
Because everybody
I remember
hates.
watching Zoe do a reading vlog of it.
Yes.
I know people didn't really like this because people don't like legal thrillers and people don't like detective perspectives, but I like both of those
I
things.
like that.
But a lot of people don't. People really do not like detective perspectives.
For me, I think it was just a bit too long.
I think I'm gonna like The Good Daughter, but I don't think
long.
I'm gonna like it as much as Pretty Girls. But I think I'm still really gonna like it.
Yeah. I think I gave it 3.5. I still like it, but
you know what though? I told my mom the whole plot of Pretty Girls, and she was like, "That's not that dark. It could be darker." I was like, "Tell me an example."
Yeah, what's on her reading list?
I don't know.
Right? What's she reading?
She's reading
But you
Ice
know
Planet Barbarians.
You know that.
I don't know anything about Pretty Girls. Don't know the plot. Don't know.
It has severe. There's two scenes that still play in my head on repeat every week. And I read this in January. I can't remember things. I don't remember anything about any book.
Either, but that book stands out.
Obviously, I don't want any spoilers. But is it violence?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Torture.
Okay. I can skim those pages though.
That's the whole book.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, if that's a problem for you, then maybe skip it.
Well,
Skip the whole book.
I don't know if it will be.
Yeah.
Do you guys? This is not a spoiler, but do you remember the pee scene? Because I think about the pee scene a lot.
The what?
The pee scene. The pee.
Urine.
Yes.
I
I think about the pee scene a lot. I remember this pee scene and then this picture scene.
Oh,
The picture scene.
You guys know the picture scene?
Yes.
The one with the thing, with the thing and the thing?
What even is? What are you all talking about?
With the thing and the people and the thing.
Oh my gosh, Marcy.
Are you still reading?
I could use a good torture read in my life.
There you go.
Marcy,
The
you're
one
gonna
who reads
love
like the
this.
most horror out of all of us. I could use more torture, please.
You know what though? My mom texted me and she was like, "I finished a book," and I was like, "What was it?" Like, just because she reads books that I've never heard of, and she was like, "What's the one that's like a quiet place by the new one by Megan Miranda?"
Oh, really?
I was like, "You're reading it before me, and it just came out." I was like, "How was it?" She was like, "It was boring. 3.5 stars." I was like,
I'm not a big fan of Megan Miranda, but
I had an arc of that one. It was the only one I've ever read by her, and I gave it a 3.
Oh, but the synopsis sounds so good. But I question my mom's taste too, because she gave Into the Drowning Deep like 3 or 3.5 stars, which really hurt me. That really hurt me. That hurt me.
It looks too long.
No, every time I talk to her
You're reading
about
like an 800 page.
Yeah, right.
I like that story. It's just too long.
Pulls up her
no, every time I talk to my mom on the phone about books, I only ever talk to her about books on the phone. I don't know. I'm always like, I can't even trust your taste because you rated it incorrect. So
incorrect. You rated it incorrect. Your opinions are incorrect.
So Pretty Girls looks small, but Pretty Girls is actually like the audiobook's pretty long. And Into the Drowning Deep's audiobook I think is like the same length, and I read both of them like hella quick. Like both those books I like ate. They're like 2 of my favorite books of all time.
So
have you read?
I know. I need to. It's so much better. How can it get better?
I haven't read Into the Drowning Deep yet. I've been thinking about picking it up a lot lately, though.
I don't know why, but
I get nervous because Shauna Maguire isn't that her like other pen name or whatever? But like, I'm like, oh, am I gonna like it? Like,
I read Middle Game, and at first I didn't really like Middle
Game. I haven't read that,
but now I like it more. But I feel like Middle Game, which is written under Shauna Maguire, and Into the Drowning Deep, I like. If you never told me they were the same author, like I would never ever make that connection in my life. Like I would never think of that.
Oh
yeah,
I thought you were making it.
No,
I did too. I was like, what now?
No, Rolling in the Deep is the prequel. Yeah, I don't know. I read that
I never read the Wayward Children books.
I read Into the Drowning Deep in like right in October last year, and it was like good time because I remember because I started it and I remember listening to the audiobook and I had all my Halloween decorations up in my library. I have Halloween decorations up in my dorm like right now.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, I have some in my house already.
I'm decorating fully this week.
A week ago.
They didn't have a 4 on here, so I put it with chalk.
Yeah.
They only had up to like a 3 for like 30 because most people
normal people only count.
Only put it for 31 days. It's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, it's actually going to be 44 soon, but I have that. I don't know if you can see
that.
it.
That's so cute.
I have like a little sign, and then my water bottles are in like this little cauldron that says Witch's Brew.
Cute.
I have these little bottles up here. Oh, you can't even really see.
Oh, I
but
see.
They're like little bottles and like fake books. Bless you.
Thank you. Like, I'm trying to find. Okay, here it is. I'm finding where my library has Pretty Girls.
Yeah, I need to do that, Marcy, so I don't have to like pack it away. I'll just put it in my book room. Just keep all my Halloween decor in my book room.
Yeah, I keep some stuff out year round, but.
See, Marcy, I think that's why too, because I read Into the Drowning Deep first, and I loved it. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about Rolling in the Deep, because I feel like I know what already happened. But do I? I don't know.
Are we gonna?
Me too, Kim.
Before?
Are we?
Right. Are we?
Oh,
do we need to?
No, I wanted to ask Amy if you're still reading the
I don't know. Let us know in the
Dublin
chat if you guys
Squad.
want to sprint again.
The what, Carol?
The Dublin Murder Squad. Are you still reading that?
Yeah, well, I finished In the Woods. I did In the Woods, and then the way that Grace from GK Reads is doing it is kind of like, and it's not even really a read along. She just is like doing a vlog where she rereads it every like
okay.
month. So I'm planning on reading The Likeness in October.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool.
I
I have
think
the.
for it at like Halloween time. So it's
I
like
have Into the
it's probably
Woods
2 months to read
or
it.
In the Woods.
Yeah.
So
I have In the Woods and The Trespasser. I haven't read them yet.
have you read those, Carol?
Yeah.
All of them?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Town of French is one of my favorite. Ever.
Which is your favorite out of that series?
The Likeness.
Oh, really?
That one's really good.
If you like dark academia stuff too, you'll really like it.
Oh, I don't.
Ooh. Does it go back
I
and
wanted
talk
to read
about
from
her college experience then? With that?
I know, I'm not even gonna say.
Okay.
But it's so good. It's
I really
definitely
like
my favorite.
I was just very frustrated that we didn't get an answer
Yeah.
to something.
Yeah.
And apparently never will. And it haunts me to this day.
Me too.
We're going to have to talk about theories about what. I
Yeah.
have not read Harlan Coben, but I have a friend who's read a few and said they're good.
I haven't either. I tried to watch The Stranger. Isn't that the show based off of one of
I don't
his
know.
books? I tried to watch the show like 3 different times. Every time I can't.
Yeah,
stick with it.
obviously he must be good because he has a lot of books and is super popular, but like, is he like James Patterson kind of books?
I think they're more like Jane Harper. Like, more kind of like, they're good because they're good. Not they're good because they're like James Patterson has a chokehold on the publishing industry.
Well, that's what I thought they were like crime or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. Like I said, I have a friend who's read a couple of maybe his newer ones and said they were good. And she doesn't typically read. She doesn't read like James Patterson or anything like that. I do have.
No. I mean, if you like James Patterson, I'm not like.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find a comparison.
Well, he's extremely commercial, I guess.
Yeah.
And Harlan Coben, I guess, is too. So.
See,
What
it's
that?
The Stranger
Oh.
is one, and there's another one.
The Stranger or The Strangers?
No, not
The Stranger.
Not the movie The Strangers.
Oh.
It's
okay.
like where this like random woman comes up to this guy in the bar, and then she like says a bunch of stuff to him, like knows him and his wife. Yeah, and it intrigues me, but I can never get past episode 1.
Yeah, it's a mini series.
I've tried 3 times, but also it's really hard for me to like. I feel like I get distracted so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard for me to like sit and focus on anything. Like it took me. I recently watched the new Suspiria, and it took me like 3 nights to watch it.
Well, that movie is interesting.
Yeah.
I really was digging
I ended up liking it at the end, but the whole time, like, it was a chore to get through it because it's long and it's just kind of like very slow and subtle.
The end of that movie was a lot.
The end was good. Everything.
The end is kind of where it lost me, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we could cut out like 20 minutes of this.
Right? Yeah.
But
it was long.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
But I could see, like, my husband loved it.
Yeah, definitely far different from like I mean, I know it's not a remake, like it's supposed to be kind of like an ode to that, but
still.
But yeah, very different, like as far as
okay.
Remember when we watched I'm Thinking of Ending Things? That was awful.
We should do another. We should do a spooky movie watch along.
Yes.
Raine's like, when am I gonna find the time?
No, I mean, I'll make time.
Heck, we can do it before October.
I can make time. I will try my hardest, I swear. I can totally make time. I just want to know what we would watch. Like, what's even on there that's like.
Maybe if we did like a Sunday evening.
Pick something that's
like
supposed to be good.
Oh, yeah, Sunday would work for me.
Like
Sundays and Wednesdays.
Sunday would work for me too. Like if I'm off, but I can make it work.
That could be fun, like a Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Day. Maybe we'll do that.
We'll have to plan that.
If we're not gonna
wait.
again, I'm probably gonna go. So yeah. I mean, even if you do sprint again, actually I'm probably gonna go. Spend some time with someone, so.
No one gets out alive. Is this a horror?
Wait, like Adam Neville? Is that him? Am I confused?
I have to look up stuff. I've been literally watching like horror movies every night for the past like 4 nights.
Yeah.
5, maybe even longer, like a week.
Have you watched *Malignant*?
Not yet. Okay.
I've heard not good things.
I've heard not good things and good things. So now I'm very curious.
Okay, wait, but I have a question. For the past week and a half, I've been like, I want to watch a horror movie. And my roommate keeps getting annoyed with me because every night I'm like, no, I'll just watch it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and I never watch anything. And I think it's because I'm indecisive and I don't know what to watch. So what should I watch? There's a lot of horror movies.
God, there's so... Okay,
I know.
You just did that thing the other day of the ones you hadn't seen.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would be a good
So from that list, what did you...
That would be a good... Wait, let me go back to it.
A good place to start.
Let's see. No One Gets Out of Alive, is that released yet?
It said that
released September 29th. I'm going to watch
I think... I don't know.
Read the book.
Is it based off of Adam Neville's book?
Yeah. That's what she says.
Okay.
I've heard really good things.
Yeah, I'll probably have to read the book first. Let me see if I can find it on script. Maybe like on audiobook.
I don't know this book.
It does not have good ratings on Goodreads, but I always hear good things about it.
Goodreads is not trustworthy.
No.
It's really not.
I only look at my friends' ratings and like what they said. I don't really look at like the average. Usually.
I do too. Yeah. I usually look at just like what my friends say too.
Okay. I just put this under one of my things so I could look at it.
Nope, it's not on script, but maybe I need to update my library card so I can't use my Overdrive or anything either.
Okay, so I haven't seen... I'll just send it in the chat.
Goodreads is sketch ratings, yep. I think like if it's not like a popular book, like the ratings are always going to be like middle of the road. Yeah.
Oh, but is it a thriller or a horror?
It should be horror because Adam Neville
horror.
writes horror books.
Yeah, it's horror. It's just... Is he... Wait.
He's the same one that wrote The Ritual. It's also on Netflix.
Oh, I've seen that movie. It's just because it says that it was published first in the UK.
Oh, so I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay.
So it says that it was published first in the UK, which makes me assume that he is a UK author. And I have like a really big thing against UK thrillers. Like I don't like them. Like thrillers that take place in the UK 10 out of 10 times.
What about horror?
I won't like them. That's what I'm saying. I haven't read a horror, so like maybe I would like it.
He is from England, yeah.
You haven't watched The Strangers? That
isn't it like Break-In? That's
I saw it in theaters, and I had like acrylic nails on because I went to prom, and I ripped them off. I almost had to leave because like the whole like
that one is
and stuff.
Maybe then this would be a good time for me to watch it because I feel like because I'm at my dorm, it won't give me the same effect.
Right.
And it's based on a true crime.
But now, if you watch...
But if you want to watch something scary...
I know what you did last summer. I still know what you did last summer, which is set in college. Then maybe don't watch that.
Okay. Well, The Strangers, I really want to watch it, but I know that it's going to scare me, so that's why I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why I've been like...
I can't watch it. I've seen it once, and it scarred me for life. But Scream, I just saw Scream for the first time this year. It was so
I
good.
want to watch
For the first time?
JJ, you've never seen Scream.
Oh,
No.
Oh, that's it. You have to watch. That's
Doesn't it have? That's what I've been debating on
Scream
because
is so good.
there I discovered this new guy, and he like goes through and like talks about all the references in all the Scream movies. And so I watched one of them. I don't even remember them, so it wouldn't even. Actually, I do remember who one of the killers is. Take it back.
How is the hardcover of No One Gets
I
Out
do-
Alive
I do remember a killer.
$849 on Amazon?
What?
Yeah, the hardcover edition of that book.
Scream
I
is
do
classic.
remember.
You'll
But,
want to
like,
watch it. You gotta
And
watch
doesn't it? It has Drew Barrymore in it, but like
Yes,
like-
yes, it does. Yes. I'm sure
I love
everybody
Drew
does,
though.
but-
Just
I
what
love
like
Drew.
I for some reason for the longest time I thought it was like horror comedy or like
Probably
something.
because of Scary Movie.
I think that's what
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
Like messed
That's
up my idea of it, but it was so good.
Yeah,
so
it is
great.
really good.
And the second one is also very good. The third one
Yeah.
is trash, but you gotta watch it. And the fourth
Yeah.
one is really good.
I
Mhm.
have yet to make it through the third one because I'm like, this sucks.
The third one's bad. The
Okay.
second one is fun. The fourth,
Yeah.
the new one, the fourth one, I say new, it's probably like 10 years old now, is solid. And I'm very
Okay.
excited for the new
I'm
one.
trying to
Yeah,
remember how the
Scream?
fourth one went, but yeah, I'm sure you're right, Amy.
Yeah.
Scream
But also,
has
I've
been
never
on
seen
my
The Ring. The Ring?
You not seen The Ring? Deja.
Guys, I'm a child. What the hell?
Yeah.
She wasn't
that's
even
true.
born when The Ring
Probably
came
wasn't
out.
even-
That's
born
what I'm
when it came out.
saying. I'm a
She
literal
was born when The Ring came out. She
No,
was like,
when were you born, Deja?
2002.
See,
That was the year The Ring came out.
But it probably came out before I was born because I was born in November.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
majority of the year happened before
I saw
was
The Ring
born.
in theaters, and this was long
Me
before I was into horror movies. Like, I was such a scaredy cat growing up, and it just took being an adult and my brother just forcing me to watch stuff for me to get past it. But I watched The Ring in theaters, and I will never to this day forget me and my friend Ashley and her mom in the back row of a packed movie theater watching The Ring. And it was the scariest thing I'd ever seen in my entire life at the time. You know, Deja, you probably won't think it's scary because you've like probably seen other stuff. But at the time, I was fucking petrified, and I went home and I was like, I can't watch TV because of the staticky and the TV.
Oh yeah, doesn't she like come through the TV or
Yeah,
something?
she does.
That was so
I'm gonna have
creepy.
nightmares just talking about.
That's
Yeah.
because I think I like
probably won't scare you now.
I only
but I'll
know
tell you
that-
in
No,
2002.
probably not.
I only know that because Possessed by Horror, that's like her favorite movie.
It still
Creepy.
holds up. My husband and I have watched it in the past couple of years, and it's still good.
I haven't
Okay.
watched it recently, so
See, the thing is, Amy, I'm like you. Like, I'm kind of like, when I was a little bit younger, I was like a scaredy cat. So, like, I only started really trying to get into horror movies in the past couple years.
Well, then that
And,
makes
like,
sense.
I'm young. So that's why I haven't seen a lot of this
Well, yeah.
stuff.
I hadn't seen all these when I was 18 either. Of course, half
That's
of them
what
did
I'm
not come out, but
She also hasn't seen The Exorcist.
My mom said she was terrified. I don't think I'll find it scary, but
No,
she
you
saw it. She saw it
Yeah.
when she was like a young. So she was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, all moms think that The Exorcist is the most terrifying thing they've ever seen. Like
I mean,
every
isn't it
mom I ever talked to,
People were like passing.
I mean,
out
like
in the movie.
anyone like over the age of like 45, I swear, like thinks that's the most terrifying movie
Well,
ever.
when I saw it in like
I never
grade
found it
school-
that scary.
Yeah, grade school, my friend's mom was like, "It's so scary. You guys are gonna be so scared," and we were like, "What is this?"
I mean, I don't know. I think it is. I don't think you're going to be scared from it, Deja. But like, I can absolutely see why someone would have been terrified at the time. Like, they're like, I've never seen anything like this.
Oh, for sure.
This was pre-slasher. This was pre-Halloween. Like all that. Like,
yes. It
it's
came
such a
out like
different kind of movie than those, and it's. I mean, it holds up. It is solid. It's a great movie.
it came out like 4 or 5 years after my mom was born. So like she saw it when she was young.
Mhm.
Yeah. My mom tells.
I think she saw it
my
when she was
mom-
like 10 or something.
Yeah, the
that
first
would be
time I probably
terrifying
watched
for a
it, I was
10-year-old.
probably like 13, but like I was like, I don't know. It just, I don't know. That's not a
Head's around,
genre
right?
that like really scares
Like,
me.
Possession.
Like,
Yeah,
possession
paranormal
and stuff
doesn't
doesn't.
scare me. Like no paranormal things really scare me like ever.
Oh, see, I'm a big
No.
like. I'm terrified of ghosts.
I thought
Like
that I
the
was
clown coming to life and the like first poltergeist. Like, okay, that.
okay, but like like
that was freaky to me. As a
I
kid.
thought,
But also, like dolls were a weird thing. Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
That's different to me. But like classic, like that's why I don't like haunted house books because they don't scare me. But like I thought that I was gonna be terrified of like I remember this one Halloween. I had to have been like in like 8th or 9th grade. Like I was pretty young, but I was sick on Halloween, so I didn't go to school. And I watched horror movies, but I thought that the what is it? The Conjuring. I thought The Conjuring was gonna freak me out. And I watched it at night, home alone, sick, and I was like, this is not scary. Like I was just like, oh, well, that's what that was, I guess. And I just felt so underwhelmed. Like I was so ready to be like scared, like shitting my pants.
The kinds of things that
I feel
what
like
I'm saying. The Strangers is gonna scare me. I already know.
Insidious
terrifies me.
I feel like Insidious probably scared me more than The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Deja, if you've never seen, which I think it's on the list, Sinister.
I think Sinister is gonna scare me.
Love that one.
Sneaky good. And I don't think it's on the list. Oh God,
I've heard Sinister 2 is just as good, which I might even watch tonight. That might be my horror movie for tonight. But I did promise someone I would watch Parasite. So
you've never seen Parasite?
No, I've been like I have to make time like at night when I can read it and like not have distractions.
Parasite is so good. Don't read anything about it. Just watch it. Okay. Just watch it and read it. And
is that an Asian film?
Yes.
Or am I making?
Yeah.
Didn't it come out like this year or last year?
It's South Korean.
A couple years ago, maybe.
I think I know what movie this is.
It won the Oscar.
I hear awesome things about it, and I've been meaning to watch it for so long. But I have to like sit because it's got subtitles, so I know I'm gonna have to sit and I'm gonna have to read and pay attention.
There's one part that freaks me out,
and I'm like, and I can't pay attention right now. Like, I need to make time for it. So that is supposed to be my tonight movie.
I love how Amy was like, "I'm gonna leave," and then we started talking about horror movies, and she was like, "Never mind."
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Have you seen The Descent?
Me? I haven't even heard of that.
The Descent is
The Descent. I may have watched that one a while
Carol,
ago.
you've seen it?
Yeah.
I love
it's like the one where they go into like the tunnels, right?
Okay. Like they're spelunking. It's this group of women who get together and they go spelunking in these caves. And
I feel like I've seen parts of it, but I might just be remembering the trailer.
Like they find this, and I mean, this isn't a spoiler, but there's like people who had gotten trapped down there who've like adapted to the caves and they're terrifying. So like you have like, I'm really claustrophobic and the idea of being in a cave is like absolutely not. So like even them, and there's some parts where like before they even get to the creepy people that have got me freaked out, just the being in the cave part. And then it's real good, Deja. You should watch that.
That sounds like it'll scare me.
Probably will. I don't know. Like I have to take a little break from like underground stuff because As Above, So Below kind of like screwed me up a little bit.
As Above, So Below. I don't know.
That was, it was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Tunnels and just like the claustrophobic.
No, As Above, So Below. I loved so much of it.
It makes me.
And then like the very like the last like 15 to like excluding the last like 2 minutes though, like all that part I was like, I was like, what? Like this
it's very
so quick for what?
It's very philosophical.
I don't even remember the end of that movie, to be honest. It's been a long time.
I just remember like, wasn't there like a car on fire? And I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's very philosophical. Like my friend watched it with me and like she had to explain some stuff to me at the end because it was just like,
I don't think I got it. And that's
but like when she explained it to me, I was like, oh, that's really like, that's smart. That's really brilliant. But like, you have, if you're dumb like me, you have to have somebody explain it to
Deja.
Because I did not immediately get it. I was like, what is happening?
You've never seen Jaws?
No.
Wait, where are we seeing this stuff that Deja has never seen?
She posted her.
Oh.
Jaws is old. Jaws is old. I'm young.
Well,
Jaws is old.
dude, I wasn't
know.
born when Jaws came out either. It's just one of the best movies ever made. Like,
I know, but I have no time.
I'll tell you what, it's a 4th of July watch. It takes place 4th of July weekend. I watch it every 4th of July, so hang on to it and watch it next summer.
Okay.
And just because it's old doesn't mean it's not. I mean, it's wonderful. It's great. Also,
I think it'll be good. I just haven't seen it.
You've never seen Night
The
Guard.
Invitation is like overrated, I think, but that's personal preference.
If you want a really creepy slasher, just like one of those gory naked women slashers, watch Terrifier.
I haven't watched that one yet.
I haven't watched that.
Raine,
I've been meaning to get Shudder so I can
Isn't
just
that the guy
watch
with
it.
the clown? Isn't that like the clown guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, he looks scary.
He is.
He looks so
Scary.
scary.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. This guy keeps parking on the fucking crossing walk when there's like a parking space like right behind him, and he parked specifically on the crossing walk, and he got a ticket today.
Good.
Period.
I don't know where that came from.
I just
No, my
watched-
friend texted me that he got a ticket. That's why. And I was like, oh no, because this happened. Like, and he literally started walking away, and he parked, and I was like, "You're a fucking idiot!" And everybody looked at me like I was insane because I just yelled at this man. I was an idiot.
I'm gonna make Deja a list of movies. To watch.
Do it,
right,
please.
movies to watch. So you have to watch all of these before the end of October. That's why I started. That's literally why I
Maybe
started
for the end of the
already
year?
watching a horror movie each night because I'm like, I'm not gonna be
Okay,
able to watch
can
everything.
we make like a sequential list?
What do you mean?
What?
Like you
Because
want it
then
in
I don't have to
sequential
do-
order?
No, like so I don't have to choose. So then that way I could just be like go from one to the next. Like I need you to
Okay.
put it
I mean,
in like a way where like you think that it's best consumable. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, I mean, we can just give you things and you just put them in a list and you just go in that order.
Oh, can you just put them in a list?
Sure.
Because then,
Okay,
cause
yeah.
then, I'm
you got
gonna
you,
be like,
girl.
then
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, how should I order this? I'm gonna be like so worked up about it, and then I'm gonna be like, never mind, I'm just not gonna watch any of
Okay.
it.
Do you want it
You know
in the
what?
order at like so that you get like
You could
this
literally put
subgenre,
it.
this subgenre, this
No,
subgenre? That way you
honestly-
can branch off from there if you like that specific.
You could
subgenre.
literally put it in a random order and be like,
wants
yep,
to
this is
order.
best consumable, and I will be like, okay.
Would you appreciate?
Okay, I'm okay.
Would you appreciate if we told you what type of like? Okay, this is a home invasion type movie. This is
possession.
would
this
you
is-
Sure,
appreciate
but I
that?
think I know like a lot of them.
Scott is asking to help with this. Scott will watch literally any horror movie ever made if it costs $25 to make it. Your Next
love
is what I was
homework.
thinking of, which is one of my faves. It is a home invasion movie that will freak you out, but it's also really fun, and I've seen it like 5 times. It's called Your Next.
Okay.
I have not
I
seen
just-
Your Next. I've heard
I
about
need
it.
you to take. I just can't be making decisions. So like I just need it in a
Okay.
list where I could just go boom, 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 boom. Like I don't.
I-
I can't be like, what should I watch? What should I watch? Because I'm gonna get anxious and then I'm gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
I'm happy to put this list together. Carolyn Raine, if you will give me all your musts for Deja, and then I will
Mhm.
compile them into one master list.
Oh, I want to see Midsummer. And what's the other one? The other one.
Hereditary.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
That
Ooh,
one
Yes.
hooked me
I
up.
haven't. I
Wait, add
really
that.
have not seen that many horror
Add
movies.
Midsummer. You know what? The Hansel and Gretel or the Gretel and
I
Hansel
haven't
one?
seen that.
All
one.
right.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think there's really not that many on here that besides
Like,
these
that
that I've
one's
actually
so
seen.
underrated to me. Like just
I need to rewatch the Texas
It's
Chainsaw
good.
Massacre because I don't think I actually ever finished that one because I was over one of my neighbors' houses and they have like a son that's younger than me and we were watching it and then he kissed me without my permission and I left.
There you go.
Good for you.
So I don't. So
yeah.
I don't think this was like I was like a freshman in high school. I was like 14, 15 maybe, and I was like,
I've actually
I was like,
seen that
well,
movie, which is
I'm gonna go.
huge, like my brother's like, I can't believe you've never seen that movie. Like, how are you my sister and haven't seen it? It's like the only one of the like classics.
Wait, yeah. So are you, Deja, are you talking about like the one from the 70s or the new one?
Yeah.
We were watching.
I
the
just
one from the
watched It
70s.
Follows like a couple months,
I
2 or 3 months
love It
ago.
Isn't
That one
It
was
Follows
good.
the one with the people kissing in the car?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when like it's like an STD that's like haunts you.
Oh,
Which sounds really fucking stupid.
It does,
but
it gets such good
I mean, they
reviews.
don't say that it's an STD.
It was done well. Like, if
It's
you would
like
think of that concept, like,
it's like a haunting
that sounds dumb.
What is
kind
that
of that
movie?
gets passed through.
Okay, but I have a question. What is that movie that has that is it Rocky Horror Picture Show that has that plant person?
That is Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
yeah.
I have a question. I
With
don't know if it's that movie, but I remember this so vividly in my head, and I asked my mom what movie this was, and she didn't know. I just remember her watching this movie as a kid, and these two people were making out in this car, and then this plant just like grew through one of them and like took over the whole car, and like it exploded out of them. They just like died instantaneously. And I remember her watching this movie, and she's like, "I don't remember that," but like it's like imprinted into my brain from a child.
Sound familiar?
No, me either.
Oh, she should watch. Have you watched The Frighteners?
No.
I've never seen The Frighteners.
What?
I don't know what. I've been on the hunt.
either.
Like I remember.
Watch The Frighteners.
Scott, you've seen The Frighteners, right? Yes. He said yes. It's amazing.
Maybe Scott knows what movie I'm talking about, because I swear, like,
Yeah,
this
Scott,
could not have been like a dream. Like that was too vivid of a memory as a child. I don't know what.
Google it, but how do you Google that?
I know. I literally tried to do research on it one day, and I couldn't find it. Like literally, like they were
horror
just like,
movie
kissing,
with plants exploding from
and this plant just like exploded and like took over everything.
I wonder if it was like a Twilight Zone episode or like Tales from the Crypt or something.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Twilight Zone because my mom loved that movie, but I remember it being in color.
Tales from the Crypt, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen
Now,
that.
the Twilight Zone movie was in color, but that story's not familiar.
But also, I feel like people wouldn't just be macking on each other in the Twilight Zone like that. Like,
Tales from the Crypt, though.
Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, they would.
Maybe it wasn't a movie. I just thought my mom like loves movies, so that's why I guess I assume she'll watch like the shittiest like alien like way back hella long ago nobody's ever heard of. She's like, yeah, this is good soup.
Oh my god, I love it.
Why is Sarah saying that? That sounds like an episode of That's So
I don't
Raven.
know.
What episode?
Never seen That So Raven, but now it sounds interesting.
You haven't seen That's So Raven?
That was a good show.
It was kind of past my I was like
maybe.
It was starting as I was like 16, 17, like a little too old.
Yeah.
Like I watched like Lizzie McGuire when I was like 14. And then I feel like That's So Raven started a couple years later, and it was kind of like I knew about it, but I was sort of out of it by then.
Yeah.
That is shameful.
But I just thought of a movie for Deja because she's on a college campus, Urban Legend.
I love Urban Legend.
Me too.
It's so corny. I love it.
Okay, yeah, but like I think horror movies that have college kids, even if they're getting like slaughtered or something, I feel like I'm gonna like it. That's why I right now I really want to read like all of the new adult that takes place in college, because I'm like, that's me in college. I'm in college.
Yeah.
And you know what though?
That's something a car and a plane is gonna burst through it.
You know what though? I do be walking around my college campus at night like it's nothing. I'd be like on my merry way,
listening to her smut books, just walking.
Literally, like at night. I'm literally gonna get murdered, but I haven't gotten murdered yet. So I feel like I'm putting down my guard, and then
You've been in college for 3 weeks, and you're like, I haven't gotten murdered yet. Like, girl, be more safe.
Look, I have this stabby thingy on my keys. It's pointy.
This thing, like a Mighty Max.
It like hurts. Then I have this pepper spray. It's expired, but I feel like it would still not be fun. And then I wouldn't have easy access to it, but I have this let me see, because I keep it in my backpack, and if I don't bring my bag with me, I don't bring it. Oh, where is it? It's not in here. I have a knife, but it's like it has like a little like things on it. I don't know. Oh, here it is. So I can break glass with this, and if I get stuck, and it has like these little thingies. So if I stab somebody, it's not going to be fun cutting out.
She's like a beauty guru with her knife. She's like, guys. So I love this shade.
I really like these pokey thingies because I feel like if I did stab somebody, it would really like fuck them up. It's called the Mutilator.
Nice.
My dad gave it to me, and it's purple. I'm actually glad because I know one of the other colleges I was looking into, you couldn't even carry pepper spray on campus. You couldn't carry pepper spray, and you definitely could not have knives.
So what are you supposed to do to defend yourself?
You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
You die.
The Hills Have Eyes. That has I have a hard time with rape scenes.
Yes, girl. I was just gonna say that same.
And that
thing
one
is that
It's rough.
I cannot watch that.
Or Last House on the Left.
Yes.
Watched it once. Oh, yes.
If I can hear things, I'm out. Like,
no.
I don't want to get too graphic, but that.
Yeah. Both the originals and the remake. I would skip those. Honestly, I don't think that I mean, the classics, but it's like I don't think that the rest of the movie is so wonderful that it makes up for how terrible those rape scenes are. Like,
yeah.
I don't think you're gonna miss anything, I guess, by not watching those.
No.
I don't remember if Devil's Rejects has any of that, but that's a good one too. I haven't seen that.
Have you guys seen the Gerald's Game movie?
Yeah.
I really want to watch that.
I haven't read the book yet, so I'm
It is good.
I haven't read the book, but I don't even care at this point.
I know I really need to stop doing that because I literally have so many books I have to read before I can watch anything.
Watch Hush.
I love Hush.
Hush is so good.
Hush is
I've gotta
great.
go. We're gonna talk about horror movies all night.
I know.
Give me your recommendations, and I'll make a big list for Deja.
I will.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
What other movie was I gonna ask about? I forget. I have bad memory.
I know. I have a terrible memory too.
It's really bad.
Let me think. I was still trying to figure out if Tales from the Crypt had a weird plant episode.
I swear it's so vivid in my memory, Raine. Like, I don't know, like that scarred me or something.
I had something like that too, where it was like a horror film that I had seen, and it freaked me out so much as a kid, and it took me years before I realized where it came from. And it came from this thing called Tales of Terror, which were like 3 mini movies, like all mashed into one. And there was like this one episode, like one was this like haunted Native American doll thing. Like it was like I don't even know if it was Native American. It was like in a museum, and then it comes to life. But it's like this little doll thing, and it's got like a spear, and then it just like went after people.
Oh, I was gonna ask.
What the heck is it called?
I was gonna ask if you guys like the movie Jennifer's Body, because I feel like there's been a lot of talk about it recently.
I've never liked it,
and I love Jennifer's Body. Maybe I just love Megan Fox. I think I just have a crush on her, but like that's different.
I think that's why there's a lot of talk about it lately, is because she's in the news a lot because of Machine Gun Kelly and her relationship.
It was like a voodoo doll thing.
But I love Jennifer's Body.
Trilogy of Terror. That's what it was. Look, it looks like this.
Wait, let me see. What is that noise?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a police scanner on because my husband just left for a fire call.
Oh, no, don't say sorry. Keep that police scanner on. I was just like, what is that?
That is scary.
It scared the living daylights out of me, and I was like 11 or something. No. I was young, and I watched this movie.
Isn't that funny how like things will like stick with you?
Yeah, and for
like,
years I didn't know what
that plant thing. You have no idea what it is, but it's just
it was called the Trilogy of Terror. Oh, and that doll freaked me out. It freaked me out. Yeah, it was like running after people.
Oh, have I seen this?
Kind of like, it was like Puppet Master, but it was like just this one doll.
Oh, maybe I know, that is creepy.
That thing scared the daylights out of me. I still think about it. Like, that thing
from
is
the 70s. It's probably not very PC.
No, probably not at all.
I figured out what movie it's from, I think.
The maybe one you were...
Maybe?
The plant thing?
Maybe. Maybe not. No, I don't think so. I was just kidding. I thought I did. But I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah,
I thought I did.
No, thank you.
I'm just like, I just looked up like horror plant movies, and now I'm just looking up makeout scene next to all of them.
And then just trying to rewatch makeout scenes.
Was it like modern-ish, or was it like really
It
dated?
looked modern. Like, it looked like, but I was a kid, so I don't, but I know it was in color, and it didn't seem like it was old.
We'll figure it out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all of the movies on this list are from like the 60s, and I feel like that's too far back. Like, I would guess maybe 80s at the soonest, but I could be wrong. Maybe 70s, but I feel like the 60s is just too far.
Could it have been like an X-Files episode or something like that?
I guess it could have been.
I feel like I would know that.
The makeout was in a car, though. I remember it was in a car because the plant took over the whole car.
And then the plant...
But that's all I remember is that they were kissing, and then like the plant literally like exploded out of them, took over the whole car. Plant make out car horror scene.
This is like, we're gonna like 3 days from now still be like, what is that?
I'm literally like, this is so, I think about this all the time because it has me so...
I did like Jennifer's Body though, if that is one that you're thinking about watching.
I've already seen it. I loved it.
Oh, okay.
I just wasn't sure. Like, I feel like people didn't like it, but I like it.
I think it's just it's very like mixed bag. I thought
what is
There's
this?
also a movie called Cherry Falls, which is like set in, maybe it's a high school, not a college, I don't remember. But like this serial killer is killing people who are virgins. So everyone's trying to bang so they can not be virgins. And it's Brittany Murphy. It's from like 2000.
Yes. What's that one with
Nothing came up for Twin Peaks. Oh my gosh, someone asked me if I could, what is this message? They said, hey, someone in my suite said, hey, can you go check on their roommate in like 20 minutes? She's kind of messed up and she's really upset. I'm at a concert right now and just Ubered her home. Can you make sure she has water and gets in the bed, okay? Thank you so much. I'm going to be home in like an hour. Oh no. Oh no. People in this suite, you know what? I can't even talk, but people in this suite do be getting a little fucked up. Like 2 people yesterday, they came back and they were like, oh, I was like, are you guys good? Like, they were like not sober at all.
Not good. Oh,
and then one of them was like, oh, we can't tell you why. Like, it was a secret. And they're in the same sorority. And then the other one comes up running and they're like, we just got hazed. And I was like, oh, Lord, I can't right now. I need to go. I need to go.
Oh, man.
They,
Happy Death Day. Oh, yeah, that was the one where like death comes after them and like, well, kind of in the...
No, isn't it her? What's the one where it's like supposed to be her birthday? It's like not her birthday. It's the day she's gonna die, and it keeps replaying. Is that one?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But my husband and I just watched Freaky, which was pretty good. Like it's
that was comedy. Good, yeah.
That was pretty good.
But I find it really funny with my campus because we have like all of this stuff that we have to do for like alcohol prevention and like drugs and stuff, obviously. But there's like my school sponsors like a Target like super close to us, and it's just like alcohol, just like the whole thing, all of it. And I'm like, y'all are really sending mixed messages here,
right?
Really sending the mixed messages. Really sending the mixed message. And I'm like, everything in that Target though, the prices are jacked up like 10 times normal Targets are. It's ridiculous because it's the only like grocery store at like anywhere close. Like if
I hate when they do that.
If you want to go to like a grocery store, like you're gonna have to find a car like to go. Like at least that one you could like walk to or take the bus to. The other one you would have to like really drive. Like there's no bus that goes over there. Crazy. Yeah, the prices are so expensive. I went in there once and I never went back. It was awful.
You should watch The House That Jack Built.
The House That Jack Built. Is that a horror? Is that like a haunted house movie?
No, it follows a serial killer.
Oh,
but it's like legitimate, like so close to like what it would probably be like to be a serial killer, like how he just like it takes longer to kill someone than he expected, and then like when it like after everything's done, he starts to panic to try to clean everything, but he doesn't think it's clean enough. Like it's because you're so into like serial killer, like just a mind.
Yeah, that's literally what I'm studying in college. Even though I haven't gotten there yet.
It's on Hulu. It's got what's his face?
It says Matt Dillon.
Yeah, Matt Dillon. I'm thinking Matt Damon in my head, and like it's not Matt Damon. It's Matt something. Matt Dillon. Yeah, I really liked that one.
That looks so fascinating.
It's very fascinating, especially as someone who like is very heavily into true crime. Like you could just see those things are like that would be what it would be like. Like it would be messy. It would not just be like that easy or
that looks.
Speaking of true crime, are you following the Gabby?
Yes.
The what?
The Gabby Pettit. I don't know how to say her last name.
Pettit something. It's this girl who disappeared, and she was on like a road trip type thing. Like they lived in the van with her and her fiance /
Okay, so I'm missing stuff. What?
And so it's like a real case happening right now. Like she was in a van traveling around the United States with her boyfriend / fiance, and she disappeared. And like he literally just drove back in her van, like back to Florida or whatever. And then he immediately lawyered up, and so nobody knows where she is. But obviously that looks suspicious, and it's like a whole mess. And then apparently the police responded to a domestic dispute that happened like before she disappeared, and like now that's like what does that mean?
Petito or
what's crazier is
she looks so young.
She's 22.
Oh my
the lesbian couple was recently shot to death near there, and one of them works at the location where that domestic dispute.
Why the heck is just some ad playing? Do not do that right now.
What?
So crazy conspiracies are thinking like he maybe, or maybe both of them, killed that couple, or robbery gone wrong, or he killed them, she found out, and then he left her after he killed her. Or maybe she just had a mental breakdown and he left, and now he's worried like, oh, I look like a dick because I left when she was having all this mental health issues. And so I don't blame him for getting a lawyer, but they won't even say like, he won't even come out and say like where the last place he saw her was to help.
Yeah, he won't say any information.
Yeah.
Oh, the boyfriend looks sketch though, for real.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is so that podcast is called Morbid, a true crime podcast.
Oh, yeah.
She was a big fan of them. So they like knew her from being this fan like for years or whatever.
Oh, yeah. There's like a whole thing where people thought like they were like, oh, this must mean the boyfriend killed her because he listened to true crime podcasts, but they listened to them together and it was like total whack.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I listen to them all the time. I've yet to kill anybody.
I mean,
why? Seriously? Just why do these ads just play automatically? Like, just
right.
Not live.
I was just saying that there was a couple that was shot to death a few weeks ago in the same area as where the last time Gabby and her fiance were together, supposedly. And one of the women in that couple that was killed worked at the location where the cops were called for when Gabby and her fiance were having a physical argument.
Yeah, because there was a witness who called.
Yeah. And so now people are like, oh, was it maybe one of these women, like the woman who worked there, or she just, I don't know. It's all crazy.
That seems,
it's like a developing case for real. Like I'm like, every day I'm like, what is new?
Me too. And I'm like, why everything's just like,
but I also don't have like
true crime world
cable, and I guess I haven't been on my phone that much.
I haven't been watching it on cable because I have watched true crime videos. It just like videos started popping up in my
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've
then
been very social
the
media lately.
the Faith Hedgepeth, she was killed in 2012 in Chapel Hill. Is that North Carolina?
Oh, that's close to me. What about it?
So she was killed in 2012, and they literally just made an arrest this morning because some dude got a DWI, and they ran his DNA, and it matched to DNA in her case. Yeah. I'm like, damn, dude, you gotta be careful. You're killing people.
Close to me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know where she went to school, but they were like out partying.
If she lived in Chapel Hill, she probably went to Chapel Hill. UNC
Yeah,
Chapel
probably.
Hill.
Right.
It's like the only school right there.
Gotcha.
Probably.
But yeah, it was like they left like a fake note or something. I don't know. It's this whole thing. But yeah, like almost 10 years later, they might have this dude with DNA from a different crime.
Yo, you can't commit crimes nowadays. You can't. Not that I'm trying to commit crime. I'm not trying to, but I'm just saying, you really, like, you gonna get caught.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, after they caught the Golden State Killer, I was like, you assholes better get real nervous.
I know, right?
The only thing is, like, the only reason that you probably wouldn't get caught is because the police are not really good at, like, crime scenes.
Yeah, or like lack of manpower. So then they just like, oh, we're just gonna be done with this and do like, oh, we don't have clues, or let's do this
because
one.
like
just
I feel like
people
big
stuff, not
like actual like cold cases. They always occur in like places that usually have like really small police departments that never have like had a case like that ever before. They don't know what to do, and they don't call anybody till too late, and it's a mess.
Right.
It's a mess.
Oh, for sure.
A mess. Which is why I'm studying what I'm studying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to make sure that I text Amy that movie so that in case you forget it. But
I have
I'm gonna
all
have
the
to end
tabs
this
open.
because my kid just got home and I know she's hungry, so I'm gonna have to feed my family.
That's nice, though.
It is that time for me now. It's like 6:12.
My mom doesn't feed me anymore, so she left me out in the dust. She doesn't feed me.
Hopefully Robin will still be coming over in her 20s and I'll be feeding her.
Sarah, if Chasing the Boogeyman by Richard Chizmar is not true crime, but it's like based on true crime.
Oh, I remember you talking about this book on your channel.
Yeah, 5 stars. It is good.
Which one is it?
Chasing the Boogeyman by Richard Chizmar.
Chasing the Boogeyman.
We read that American Predator book. American Predator was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American Predator was just crazy. Because I don't understand that, man.
If you haven't read I'll Be Gone in the Dark yet.
Yeah,
that one's read that.
Love the well, I mean, obviously, The Phantom Prince is really good. Also, The Stranger Beside Me. That's like my favorite true crime book of all time. And The Devil in the White City.
That one's so good. I had to read that for a history class in college.
And that one, Sarah, is if you're nervous about reading a true crime book, it's written like fiction. So it feels like you're reading a fiction book. So it feels like a story. Yeah. Rather than feeling like a bunch of information being thrown at you. It's pretty cool.
Chase Darkness with Me by Billy Jensen. Mindhunter by John Douglas.
That one's good too. If you like the technical stuff that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the FBI profiling and everything.
Hope by Amanda Berry and Gina DeJesus.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love James Renner. So I've read True Crime Addict by him and Amy, My Search for Her Killer. And those are like local to me. Well, one of them, the Amy, My Search for Her Killer by James Renner is local to me. They're literally like still after 20, 30 years No. Yeah, 30 years. They're still working on the case, but
Oh no, she DNF'd 2 of those.
Sarah, your taste
DNF
again.
gone in the dark? Get her out of here.
Sarah, it's time for you to leave the
You
chat.
don't make any sense. I can't suggest anything to you. You're gonna hate it all.
Look at my hair.
Caitlin Rother is another author who does good true crime.
My hair has gotten so much drier since this live show started. When I came on, I looked like a wet rat. I look less like a wet rat.
Mine always looks greasier as the lives go because I have such a I just constantly fidget and touch my hair.
Oh, yeah.
And then by the end of it, I'm like, oh, I'm like sweaty and like.
No, I started the live as a wet rat, and now I'm ending it as just a dry rat. So.
You know, I did just read The Girl Next Door.
Is that true crime?
It's not. No, it's like a retelling of a true crime.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
a little bit. The ending's definitely different than what really happened, but
worse than Pretty Girls as far as torture.
Okay, wait, what is it?
The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum.
It's like one of those books you're reading and you're like, I feel really wrong for reading this.
It was like frustrating too because like you knew, like even though it's not nonfiction, it's like like this is real.
Yeah, I have to go.
I forget the girl's name.
Oh,
Sylvia Likens case.
Yeah,
I don't remember names. I have to go because I have to go check on my sweetmate to make sure she's not falling apart.
Is she drunk? Make sure she's not on her back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Make sure she's on her side.
Yeah. This whole suite is not great. I mean, we are great, but like.
Well, I mean, if you take care of each other, that you would hope that someone would help you. So.
Yeah. We just be a little messy sometimes. It's fine.
That's all right. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us for sprints, even though we sprinted just a couple of times, but we always have fun just chatting it up and stuff. We'll see you on the 30th for a Lesson in Vengeance live show. And that's about it. Our other books have been announced. October and November have both been announced on the Instagram page, but it's also linked in the description, so you can check that out as well. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.